It's Friday the 2nd of February. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined. Excuse me?
I can't hear it still.
Due to my best work as well. Up.
Try again.
Morning, y'all. Can you hear me now? Mm-hmm. All right. So it is Friday, the 2nd of February. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And as always, you're hosted by some of the best people that the England has to present. Let's introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, Big Moss from the east side of the bridge. Morning, people.
Morning, people. It is, as always, the one you love to hate, your favourite shade queen, my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer and news analyst. And of course, the melanin is jam-packed.
Always, man. Always, always.
Mm-hmm.
How's everybody doing this morning? This lovely Friday.
Good, man. Good.
Can't complain.
Yeah, this is it. Can't complain.
Yeah. This week has gone by quick, though.
I think.
I can't believe it's Friday.
Mm.
Yesterday, I thought, oh my gosh, it's actually Friday. That's crazy.
I've only done 3 days, isn't it?
Yeah, you have.
I don't feel that.
You're Papa Brown, you know. When I was watching yesterday, I said, nah. Look at this guy appropriating people's cultures. You're Papa Brown. Like, you did like Ramsey before. Next to you. Next, when Brent was switching between Ramsey and Marks, I said, nah. This is a before and after of an Essex woman when she goes to get tan. It's crazy.
Yeah, for the shit. This is my
Love it for this.
But you know what? It's funny you say that though, because obviously you mentioned before, like this is obviously how you would look.
This is
say you
natural.
Back home, innit?
Their natural setting.
It's
The factory setting.
That's how it's supposed to be. It's not, this ain't no tan.
It's England. England does like just suck the life out of you, man.
100%.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's it.
Because I changed my skincare routine as well. I've started to look ashy. I said, excuse me. I said, excuse me. Thank God the glow is back. Look at it all. Oh, delicious. But yeah. Brent, are you in the room with us today?
Yeah, morning.
How are you, sir?
I am blessed and highly favoured. Good morning,
Thank God.
Not bad.
Ruby. Tuesday. Good morning, David. And L. Good morning, Josie.
I like that name, David. It's a strong name.
Like King David.
I might name my next man David.
Gonna name him.
Said what I said. I would feel like my man's name's gonna be like Michael or David. Strong names.
You say you're going to rename him?
I'd nickname him David. Imagine, his name's TJ, but yeah, David.
Good morning, Con. Good morning, Miss T. Good morning, Chujoke. Good morning, Carrie Ann. Good morning,
Oh, I
Davina.
like that, Carrie Ann.
Good morning, Jin and Jis. Good morning, Timmy.
Is that a real con or is that Von?
Well, we've been Von being a con artist, yes.
That's what I'm thinking. Did you do that on purpose?
Huh?
Was that con or was that a Von? Was that Von going called con?
No. Why are you attributing Con to Von's name?
Because Von has
confused.
con tendencies.
There you go.
Well, let's that speak, boy.
You think Von's a con?
Hasn't he been responsible for a couple gates?
He has.
A couple gates?
Do you know what it is about? Do you know what it is about Von? Yeah. Do you know what it is about Von? Von
There shall be no Von slander on this platform.
Let me tell you that. Well, guess what I'm doing? Slandering. Von presents as like a mature, awesome man. And so because he presents that way, you don't see the bullshit that he does.
That's what I'm saying.
He gets away with murder.
He's very Von descendant.
I'm telling
you.
Nah.
That boy gets away with murder.
Nah.
And because, okay, I won't say the second bit, then that will be slander. Not to him.
Nah, we need to keep this handsome
Little
guy.
fence.
Don't.
Nah,
not
big
gonna
up
share him.
Von, man. Von is my
Big
guy.
up Von
man.
there.
Yeah.
They can never make me hate you, Von.
Nah, never.
Never.
You need to call up more though, man.
I never heard that man's voice. Has he ever called up?
Yeah, he's called up a couple times.
Has he?
Yeah.
Well, like our first couple months. That don't count.
No.
Oh my gosh,
to
it's your
be fair,
birthday.
it's been a while.
Is it? Oh.
But that's what added to his what's the word, Brent?
Je ne sais quoi.
Like the mystery.
Oh yeah, the mystery of it. Yeah.
And
He
how-
does seem mysterious.
And how because seeing Von in the chat, he doesn't sound like how he types, if that makes sense.
I want to see what Von looks like.
Have you seen him?
Wait, he's a handsome one. What the hell are you talking about? He's one of the top tier ones.
First of all,
That's what we need to keep him for the ladies.
First of all, I
We
didn't say
need
what
to
the hell
keep
I
him
am
for the
talking about. Isn't Von married? That's why Von is a married man.
Yeah.
Yes, I ain't said that. I haven't said the hell of anything. I'm just interested to see what he looks like. Because you know, sometimes the way someone talks, the way someone types is different to when they then talk. Then it's different to when you see them.
Von's a wetters.
Excuse me? What's the wetters?
He leaves the panties wet.
I can't believe this. What is this?
And sometimes he comes across as though like he's turning his nose up at the debate conversations that we have.
I know. But then the crazy thing is he's having something that's worse in the chat. Well, he's having a worse conversation in the chat. He's literally like, oh, this is beneath me. I can't believe you guys are talking about this stuff. Then when you see what he's producing in the chat, it's like, bro, you went lower. Gosh.
Good morning, Jim. Just good morning, Timmy. Good morning, Purple Hells. Good morning, Halftime. I love that track by Nas. Good morning, Himilin. You told me, and I forgot. Hermelin. Good morning, Oyen. Good morning, Black Mara. Good morning, T. Good morning, Izzy
Mara.
Bambino. Good morning, Ki. Good morning, the immature reviewer. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, JW.
BOE.
JW.
Who's JW?
This is hilarious. Good morning, Mel S. Good morning, Everest. Good morning, Crud Crow.
The joke with the rest of us don't know.
Good morning, Ray Reynolds. Good morning, Black Rob.
Morning, Black Rob.
Good morning.
You know, shout out Black Rob while we're
Tracy.
here. Sorry to interrupt your shout outs. But I will say shout out Black Rob. He's a good sport, man. Because I listened to the part where he was analysing us. When he was analysing us yesterday. And I thought it was interesting, man.
Right.
It was just interesting. I just thought like it was interesting what he said. But I didn't take it as it wasn't like I didn't take it, I wasn't offended by what he said.
Do you think you done a good job?
No. No, because I think it's what you said though, is that sometimes because people watch you, they think that they can know you, but you're watching, not necessarily who we're presenting to be, but this is like not even a quarter of who we are, if that makes sense. That there's so much more people. But what he said about me, I didn't find, I think it's a great day. I think it's a great day when I'm known as somebody who defends women. I think that's a massive compliment. And I will tell you that my DMs reflect that. So I love that for me. It's a great brand to have. Watch what I do with this brand. Watch this space, love. When I big up Black Rob though.
Yes.
You guys done gossiping?
Von is the posh speaking one.
I must not have been here.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. What do you say about Black Rob?
Sorry?
What do you say about Black Rob?
I just said big him up.
We pray that you get better.
Oh, Christian, wow.
I don't know black people like that could get ill. Not as
Well,
in
black people with a black man's blood in them. Big up Christy though. Telling you love babes.
Pick up Christy.
We're on serious show already. 5 minutes in.
Sorry. There's some comments from Spotify.
All right. Morning, people, though. I hope you guys are doing well. So, AAS, that's what I was going to say AS. AAS says, when I don't see Esther, it ruins my day. Aw. I'm very touched by that. I love that for you. Mark says, Brent, and then that sign. So basically, Brent is above Melido. What? What? I think because Ramsey sat here last. I think that's what Love you, Ramsey. Meliodas full counter. What was that?
I don't know.
Sounds like an IKEA product. But anyway, the point is Brent is above all. Bobby D456 says Brent movie trenches. Do you know what that means, Brent?
Nope.
Oh, right.
Nope.
David K.
I understand English, but that's not English.
I wouldn't say the last bit 'cause I feel like that's your full name, but says Paul Ramsey. That's not very helpful, is it?
You know,
Big up Ramsey.
it's so
though.
funny. Couple things. Emmanuel, where is Ramsey's wife from?
Why you got Ramsey's wife's name in your mouth?
I'll tell you.
Ramsey, you need
I'll
to
give you
do
context. I'll give
Will
you context.
Smith.
It depends if he wants me to say that, innit? So I
Oh,
don't
so
know.
you know?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay, meet the mic. I
How
want
about-
to know.
How about you?
Where I think she's from.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? Because the way Ramsey's speaking about Morocco, I don't think he'll go from Moroccan wife just to prove a point.
Serious.
Maybe Moroccan.
That's
Because I've
she
seen
looks
her.
Moroccan, right?
Yeah, she does. Because I've seen a picture of her, so I feel like maybe. Yes, because when you think about it, they got married, they were young, they got together young as well. So it would have to be someone that's aligned with him in terms of values and faith and stuff like that. I'm gonna throw Moroccan in the hat.
She ain't got a lick of Arab in her.
Is this
She
muted
got
though?
black in her though.
Is this muted though?
She's
Is
mixed race.
this for real?
That's why Ramsey.
That's what I talk about.
That's why he loves her so much. He loves the culture. He loves everything about the culture.
You don't get more loving.
They
than-
had a back and forth yesterday when you left. She called in and said,
Is
I
this,
heard-
is this live?
Yeah, I heard,
He said, yeah.
I heard what you were saying on TDA. You were moving thirsty for them bitches.
Dude, that's a damn lie.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you're talking about is damn lie. I don't think Ramsey's wife is calling to do that. This is like
She
a
didn't
very...
call first. She sent messages. And then she was back in Mags.
Well, what did I do?
That's not a good day.
You were basically saying
Can't be
you
wife back
go
in
to
Mags.
strip clubs for the entire experience.
Oh, for the ambiance.
Yeah. And then she was like, but you were arguing with Mags because you just wanted to go for breasts. And she was basically saying, how would that make me feel? Do you understand?
I hear her.
And he said,
let her land.
even Emmanuel didn't jump in because he respects his wife.
Never been, never seen one.
This is why he was getting cooked.
Oh, Ramsey, man.
And he was shouting. Like, he's a very aggressive guy when he's talking to
Yeah,
his
but remember, we
wife.
don't like the word aggressive. He's passionate.
Okay.
He's passionate when he speaks.
I know, if he was black, I would use passionate, but he's
Yeah, there's no derogatory term when it comes to him.
Oh, what happened on Shade Bar about that stuff?
Yeah, you were getting cooked.
What was that?
Yeah, you were. Because basically, the girl who you were talking about was saying aggressive. She replied to you.
I was
On holiday. She went on holiday. Me and Gina addressed it. Basically, she was saying how essentially me and Gina were right in that she was being painted to look aggressive, but actually she wasn't being. And I think that someone must have violated her or done something to her, kind of thing. And she was saying how when all the other white people were moving mad and whatnot, they didn't have there wasn't no like aggressive term used for them. Only because she's a black woman.
Okay.
It was a mixture, to be fair. Because I mean, yeah, it was a mixture. Because it was. I muted it. Then when I went back to retweet it, I saw the quote tweets to the repost tweets. The ratio was mad. So I said, I'm gonna sit this one out. But so I would say it was a mixture. People understood where we're coming from, but Gina and I got some cookings.
Why?
Gina got a lot of cookings, actually, she was saying. Didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
That was a clip, right, Ben?
when Gina got cooked.
Yeah.
I thought it was me getting cooked.
No, you only got cooked when the woman replied back, and people were like, ah.
No,
okay.
I think
Well, the initial clip.
on X, I
Yeah.
think the crow tweets were more so about girls lacking accountability. So I think you can share the
cooking.
share the label cooking.
Yeah.
You and Gina.
No, me and Gina definitely got cooked. But I remember she was saying something about someone messaged her something or something like that. She talked about something. I can't remember what it was, but we definitely got cooked. It was a whole thing about women lack accountability, which obviously we all know is bullshit.
Oh, that's facts. So what are they cooking? So what were they cooking me for?
That's why he got robbed.
Because you said black thing.
Because
No, but
that's a
that's
black
not-
thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you were saying black thing.
Yeah, why
Remember that's
calling
what
us
Black Rob brought
things?
up yesterday.
Oh yeah, he did say something, but I didn't know what he was talking about.
But you agreed.
Yeah, I
Meg.
agree with him.
So you agreed, and then you said, and then I think Brett said something like, "Oh, like you're gonna change your like no." Yeah.
Wait, so they got Michael called her a black thing?
Yeah, the black thing was putting people off.
Just women.
Ah.
Yeah, women, because men use it as well, which is obviously foolishness. But again,
But even white
lest I say anything,
White X came out and started basically agreeing with Marx.
That what?
who's ever cared what they care?
You know what I mean?
They're not part of culture.
At all.
But that clip found its way to white.
Well, it would, because that's how UK Beast found its way there. But let's we talk about that either. But yeah, it was a whole thing. But
But you didn't even share the clip.
day.
When?
When I asked you to share the clip,
What clip?
you didn't participate in sharing that clip.
I didn't need to.
If he
viral,
shares,
mate.
if he shares that clip, the cooking is gonna revive. And actually, I'm getting my head onto that. I don't really care. Get my head
You
down.
don't
I'm in a
look
great
like.
mood.
It went viral. I didn't need to share it. I done my part.
I do like what?
This is in hindsight.
How?
It's a hindsight.
That's how it works.
Is it?
Yeah.
What do I look like? Excuse me. Hey, roll your chair back. You said I look like what?
No, you said I've got my head done. But
Oh, yes, and I'm getting my head
The clip
done.
is the clip. You had a hairstyle in the clip.
No,
You're
no,
not
I mean
gonna know
like
what you look like. No.
No, I mean like when my hair is done, I'm in a great mood. So I'm getting my hair done today. So like nothing can bring me down.
Okay, so the ones I have in the tuck, I could put it out.
I've been telling you to send me clips. You haven't sent me one clip, by the way. That was...
The ones I have is not for you to put on
Why?
your face.
Well, it's not in line with my brand. If you talk about let me you know what? I'm glitching. Let me know the subject area. And to be fair, I mute them anyway, but let me know. I told you someone brought my anyway, whatever.
Yeah, I'm so proud of Ramsey.
Why? What's that? What happened to Ramsey?
So we, like I said yesterday, obviously we
I mean, obviously, always
talked
proud of
about
Ramsey, but
And by the way, he stayed back for a little while, and Jordan came, right?
oh yeah,
Because it's Thursday, and he brought Aishat. It's a very, very interesting girl, and I think Emmanuel will like her because of her views.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, he jumped on his pod.
Oh, did he? Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he sat in, and he was there, hold his own and
didn't-
whatnot.
Yeah, but Ramsey can
And
hold his
afterwards
own
he said
though.
that they liked him.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Good to stay the family, man.
Ramsey.
Yeah, and he said he's learning how to be amongst others.
You Ramsey?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna have to. For obviously reasons that
Yeah.
we know privately. But Ramsey is really, really good sport. I liked him from the very first time that he came on the show. Did he call him before he came in?
Yes.
He did, didn't he? Yes, he did. I remember. But I just like how he knows what he believes in. Like, big up Ramsey, man. Ramsey's good vibes. Silence is deafening.
No, of course, 100%,
Yeah.
man.
Man, just shut up. Shut up. It doesn't cut anymore. But anyways, what else was I gonna say? I think that was it, right? That's it. That's all the admin stuff I got. Please like the video. Don't forget to like. Actually, Mark, can you tell them, please?
They don't even listen to me anymore. Where's the
It's true.
They don't.
It's true.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't give a shit. Where's the where's your cartoon characters? gone?
Animation. It only pops up. I only put it up when there's a bar because it takes account for the space. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
It'll go up. And I'm gonna make some more.
I really like that cartoon.
Discord is like a chain.
Yeah, I peeped your chain the other day.
What chain?
Got a Mashtown chain in the cartoon.
Oh, has it?
It sure has. It's very clear. Bigger than TDA.
I don't know. Is it?
I know because it's like part of you, innit? Discord is going live on Monday.
Nice.
Discord is going live on Monday.
That's how you want to start your week.
100%. And don't worry, we're gonna have a music channel. We're gonna have.
We just have a word
sports
on road
channel.
one.
We're gonna have so they can help you
Yeah.
help them.
Yes. We can gist all the gistings, loves.
All right, let's get into it.
Yes, please.
All right, so our first headline. The US has approved plans for a series of strikes on Iranian targets in Syria and Iraq. The strikes will take place over a number of days, officials said, and weather conditions will likely dictate when they are launched. It comes after a drone attack killed 3 US soldiers in Jordan, close to the Syrian border, on Sunday. Obviously, we spoke about that. The US blamed an Iranian-backed militia group for that attack. That group, the Islamic Resistance in Iraq, is believed to contain multiple militias that have been armed, funded, and trained by Iran's Revolutionary Guards Force. It is said that it was responsible for Sunday's strike. Iran, however, they've denied any role in the attack, which injured 41 other US troops at the military base known as Tower 22. 4 US officials cited by Reuters have said that the US intelligence believes that the drone used to attack the facility was manufactured by Iran. At a news conference on Thursday, the US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said the US would not tolerate attacks on American troops. He also went on to say that we will take all necessary actions to defend the United States, our interests, and our people. We will respond where we choose, when we choose, and how we choose. You guys see the Third World War coming now?
Where? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Just give me. I really hope it doesn't happen, man. I just can't, man. It just seems so stressful.
I mean, if these guys start bombing like targets in Iraq and Syria and Iran.
But then that's the thing, though. Like, so who do you reckon it will be between?
Iran, the US, the West, Britain, all that.
See, I
type
was
of
hoping you
stuff.
wouldn't say that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
God help us all. That's all I can say, boy.
This is it, man. That's when, yeah.
Everyone get in the gym, boy. Start training.
But yes, the US President Joe Biden has approved sanctions on 4 Israeli settlers accused of attacking Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. Mr. Biden signed a broad executive order saying violence in the West Bank had reached intolerable levels. The sanctions blocked the individuals from accessing all US property, assets, and the American financial system. Violence in the West Bank has spiked since Hamas launched an unprecedented attack on Israel on the 7th of October. Some 370 Palestinians have been killed in the West Bank since that point. This is according to the UN, by the way. The majority of those have been killed by Israeli forces, but at least 8 of them have been killed by Israeli settlers. The new executive order means the US government has the power to sanction any foreign nationals who attack, intimidate, or seize the property of Palestinians. It marks a rare step by the US targeting Israelis, obviously, and comes as Mr. Biden travels to the state of Michigan, which has a large Arab-American population that has been critical of his support for Israel. So obviously this seems like a political move. The Arab American Institute, which is the advocacy group, earlier said that since the start of the conflict, support by Arab Americans for the Democratic Party has plummeted from 59% in 2020 to just 17%. And our last headline, the US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has said that he's deeply sorry for failing to notify the chain of command when he was admitted in hospital in December. Mr. Austin is 70 years old and he was released last month as he continues to recover from treatment for prostate cancer. He said, I did not handle this right. I should have told the president about my cancer diagnosis. Pentagon chiefs are supposed to be available at a moment's notice to handle any national security crisis. And he went on to say that I take full responsibility and I apologize to my teammates and to the American people. As a rule, I don't talk about conversations with my boss, but I can tell you I've apologized directly to President Biden. And I've told him that I'm deeply sorry for not letting him know immediately that I received a heavy diagnosis and was getting treatment. Mr. Austin said that he had never directed anyone in his staff to hide his time in hospital from the White House or the public, but did not answer questions about whether staffers had acted outside of his orders. And that's it for the headlines.
Thank you. Let's get into what you're saying. Oh, wait. Okay, let's get into what you're saying topic of the day. Let's get... What else? Look what's out. It's Kelechi's book. She told us about it when she came on the show to talk about Edge of Here, and she said she's got a children's book coming. This is amazing, you know. Do you know how sick this is? So get it for your kids. It's available now. Strong Like Me. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. And one of the reviews on there says, a beautiful celebration of strength in all its forms. Very important, man. So big up Kelechi. Big up, it also says Michaela Dias-Hayes. So big up them, man. That is absolutely amazing. Big up Kelechi, man. But yeah, get the book. It's out. Over to you, man.
All right. So today's topic of the day is based on something that I saw on social media where Kwejo, who's a social activist, who's obviously become popular for campaigning.
Kwejo, man.
Yeah, big him up every time for campaigning and speaking out for people, man, as it pertains to social housing and just living conditions, right? And this particular tweet, right, got a lot of traction. And people basically, it seemed like people are on basically two different sides of the fence in it. So I want to see what you guys' opinion is on this particular thing. And so the overall question is that I'm asking you guys is, are we hypocrites for wanting the British government to prioritise social housing for British citizens?
Are we hypocrites?
Are we hypocrites? And I'll tell you why I say that, while I'm asking that. Because the Conservatives put out a tweet saying, we are making sure the allocation of social housing is fairer for people and cracking down on rule breakers, right? And in that particular tweet, there was a picture attached, right? And it says British homes for British people. Yeah. British homes for British people. We're ensuring decent, hard-working people are prioritised.
Decent.
Yeah, in bold.
Damn. Never feels.
We're ensuring decent, hard-working people are prioritised for the home they need, right? Quasia obviously retweeted that and said, God, I can't believe they've actually, in capital letters, gone ahead with this slogan. So the question is...
That's deep, you know, I can't lie to you.
But why?
Ain't British home supposed to be for British people? What are we talking? What are we doing here?
No, because...
Ain't we in Britain?
Yeah, but there's other people that live here that may not have British citizenship, but they work here and stuff like that. The people that, when the NHS was begging
And they
people to
shouldn't
come
be a
here...
priority for over the citizens?
No. Because when NHS was begging people to come here and help them with when they were begging people to come and help them with NHS, help them with building this stuff and whatever, these sectors where they needed people's help from different countries, and then now you got a Nigerian doctor or nurse and whatnot because you could. So what? They shouldn't be prioritised.
But everyone, like, it's because people need to pick and choose whether they're British or not, I guess. Because when they hear Britain and they see that the British people are saying British homes are British people, they're assuming that they're saying white people. But then...
I'm not even assuming that.
No, but then it's also like, then you got your British passport. Do you see yourself as... How do you see yourself? Because why are you getting upset when they're talking about us? They're saying that we need priority. So what? Anybody that's born here, that's from here, regardless of what race, creed, colour you are, if you're a British person, that sign is for you.
Yeah, but just because...
Why are you upset for?
Yeah, but just because... Yeah, but because I still care about my neighbour.
Huh?
I still care about my neighbour.
And that's
So
what
yeah,
you're saying,
yeah,
though.
I'm covered, but I don't like to see someone else not be covered.
But they're saying that the citizens of their country to get priority and precedence for homes here.
Yeah.
There's not. Why is that a bad?
I don't think it's a bad thing because again, they're gonna be because in my mind, it's not saying the only people that are gonna get housing and stuff is British people. It's saying that they're a priority, and that's fair enough. However, though, I think it's a language. Because really, when I break it down, it's not saying that British people are the only ones that are going to get priority or whatnot. But my thing is as well that there are other people that their circumstances should make them a priority. So because they're not British, it's going to kick them down on the list. And
I think it's because people have kind of read that and feel like they're saying white people.
It's funny.
I don't think it's saying white people though.
It's funny.
No, but I feel like that's the way it's being That's the way it's being received. I think because I don't understand. Because if not,
Actually, yeah.
What are you mad at?
But think about that. Where does that? If people are thinking that way, though, where does that come from? Because people don't look at the white British people don't look at black British people as British. They say, "Where are you from?" Go back to your country, even though people are British. So I can even understand that fear as well, actually. But did they say it's for people that are hardworking and paying?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right then.
Decent, hardworking.
Oh, there we go.
So
because a lot of people benefit. When I watch benefit, I'm just mask under this. When I watch the benefit thieving shows, I'm not gonna say what kind of people, but you know, it's been them. So that's great.
So the reason why I mentioned this, obviously, like basically both of you kind of touched on points that people were kind of talking about in the comments, right? So this was on Shade Borough, and it seemed like people, some of the comments were responding to this, like it said white people. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, wait a minute, let me relax. So, I'm in this group.
You got a pink passport too, babes, or burgundy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so let me read out one comment. Someone said it's definitely a reach. I guess in response to what people were saying, right? It doesn't say white people. What's the issue? We are classed as British as long as we legally pay into the system, live here and work here. Can we not receive benefits if necessary? Free NHS, healthcare, and all that's all for British people. So what's the problem?
Do you know what? No, you're right. The uproar is because people are not seeing themselves... When they're seeing British, they're thinking white.
But also, I guess...
Sad.
I guess we don't identify British. Like you rightfully said, why is that though?
I identify British when I'm going to places.
I identify as British when it suits you.
That's exactly that. When I'm going to certain places, I pull out that burgundy passport. Oh, honey, I'm British.
But isn't it because I guess in certain situations, we feel like we're treated different to people who are, you know,
the British.
Yeah,
because literally they will look at you and be like, where you, like, you could be like, oh, where you from? I'm like, I'm from here. They're like, they look at you like, where you really from? And I've had that before, like, where you really from?
But we are British though. Anyway.
That's the thing, we are, yeah.
It's part of the United Kingdom. It's Great Britain.
The
It's part of the
United
empire. We're Commonwealth and thing. So we are British. We're not English.
Yeah. And I think even sometimes British people, they don't think that as well. Because why are you with a Scottish accent asking me where I'm really from? Love. Spider-Man.
Let me present this to you now, because this is another side of the argument, and for some reason I feel like Tatenda would hold a similar view, right? But basically,
alone.
big her up, you know what I mean? Like, but this is the other side of the argument. It's the children of immigrants talking about nothing wrong here, forgetting that their parents once came to the UK and struggled to find work and accommodation. Right? Your parents used to be the same foreigners that are being given preferential treatment according to the masses. We're all in a housing crisis, especially in London, but to try and blame it on immigration is a reach. Immigration, which, by the way, is mainly caused by the British government itself.
And that's why, like, I reacted the way I reacted the first way.
Fuck the past. What are we doing?
It's still people's present. I said, it's still people's present.
Look, yes, my grandparents is the same, but they made it true. They got true, and now I'm straight. Now you want me to worry about some blood clot strangers? Shut up. This is what I'm telling you, yeah? It's just like when people are talking about they're not going to fight the war if man do the conscription thing, yeah? And then talking about, oh, what if the people in World War One and World War Two had the attitude and them man didn't fight? Well, they did fight. You get what I'm trying to say? They did fight. They couldn't have the attitude. And I'm here now. And I'm not blood clot fighting. I don't give a shit what them man done. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't care about my nan and things. When she was back, when she came over here, I don't give a shit. I'm here now. Yeah? I've got citizenship. You get me? And I want to be priority. Yeah?
Ima, what's your thoughts on that? Because that is the complete opposite of everything you preach.
Are we not hypocrites, though?
In what way?
Because, you know what the thing is?
They say I lack accountability.
You know, I think for me, yeah, I kind of see it as if they're prioritizing British people, what's the problem? Right? We came here, yes. They messed up our back home. So, yes, 100%, we should get something here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 100%. You know what I'm saying? If somebody came to your house and took something, and then you had the opportunity to come to their house and you took something, we shouldn't really be calling you a thief. You know what I'm saying? You're just taking back what's yours. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on how you want to look at it. But if, for example, you just start it from the point of, you know what, this is a government that's coming there who wants to just but start building social housing for the British public. And they're saying, obviously there's limited resources here and we're prioritizing British people. I wouldn't see that as the biggest problem. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it might be because maybe I'm taking the context out of the overall history of the past 200 years. But just like somebody said in the comments, he said, I'm a son of a villager from Nigeria. If the Nigerian government said we're building homes, prioritizing Nigerian people, would we have a problem with Tinubu saying that back home?
I mean, I've got a green passport too, so.
You know what I'm saying?
I get a house. But you know what it is? I think I hear you.
It's entitled, man.
I don't think it is though. I think it's just thinking. I think it's honestly just thinking about other people.
The country saying that the citizens of their country are their priority. You've got a problem with a country saying that. It's too entitled. It's like what you just said. How can we have a problem with the Nigerian government talking about our Nigerian people got priority to our Nigerian homes? How can we have an issue with this?
Let me tell you why. Because Nigeria was not begging for people to come and help them build their country, and then when they got there, did not give them citizenship, and then are now telling them that you can't have one of the basic things needed to live because you don't have citizenship.
The people that came that helped build the country back then, their offspring have citizenship now. I am that. We are that. So you can't use that example. They done what they done it. We're here. I'm a citizen. I'm a British citizen.
So who were the people that went back for the Windrush?
That's the old. Jeez.
No, there was young people that got sent back too.
Yeah, some of them. But if you didn't sort out your paperwork, that's your business. Yeah, I'm straight. What I'm saying is, we are. I don't. That's just.
I think. Do you know what it is? I think because when I thought about that, I'm thinking about people that come here for like asylum seekers and stuff like that. Yeah, and their situation is bad. They're down bad, for example, right? Yeah. So because they're not British citizens, they're not going to be prioritised in that situation. Yeah. I think that's really what it is. It's not so much, it's not a bad thing to say you're going to prioritise the people that are hardworking paying. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, people that don't contribute to, the economy and stuff like that, they're not really going to be prioritised. And that's fair. However,
Everybody's got stuff going on.
But you know what it is as well, though? Don't you think that this sets a precedent? Because the thing with this country, because the thing with
In
this country...
what world do we live in where someone can come to my country and I get you're going through stuff, you're fleeing all these kind of things, but I've been here needing help and assistance this whole time. In what world do we live in where it should be seen as normal, where some Joe Block stranger can pull up over here and take precedent over me and my needs? Why?
This is what I'm saying, yeah. The way the British government move, the way the British land moves, yeah, they have never proven to be trustworthy of what they say. What they do is they soft launch what they really want to do. When Shamama Begum came back and they were talking about they're going to take a citizenship, and people were like, yeah, she shouldn't be allowed, They did that. Because people were like, yeah, you're right. She shouldn't get to go and join a terrorist group and come back and And guess what that means now? Guess what law has been passed? That they can actually, people's citizenship can be revoked as and when they feel like it. That's what's happened. With this as well, yes, we're saying, okay, British people, do you not think that there's a time when the housing crisis continues to get worse and they're going to say, actually, British born? They're going to start adding all these little caveats where people that are now sitting here saying, oh, no, do you know what, actually, I'm fine, me and mines are covered. There's going to be a time where you're not covered anymore.
Do you feel like, because you know the thing is that, and I believe Ron is mentioned, is it Ron or Mark, right, in the chat? He's mentioning this, right? I think definitely one of the biggest issue is for years now, decades probably, right? Every government has said we're going to build X amount of homes, and have never done it.
Yeah.
Granted, it might have been different economic problems here, there, and all over the place. But if you're saying you're going to build 100,000 homes, you only build 25,000. That's obviously a huge part of the problem, especially when the following week you can say you want to give 10 billion to Ukraine, right? So I guess people will definitely have an issue with just prioritizing the British government, the British people in different ways anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just in a world where resources are finite, right? They will never be unlimited, never be infinite in any way, shape, form, or fashion. We need to prioritize certain decisions. If, for example, we're a state where you're the president, Esther, right? The prime minister, and you saying, you know what? Everybody who's related to you and their friends can come into your house, for example.
Yeah.
At a certain time, this may make sense. But if you have to start tightening your belt, right? Is it wrong for you to say to your kids, for example, that their friends can't come anymore and that you're just prioritizing your kids? You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? I don't think there's anything wrong with what they've said. I think the language is how the language is. But then again, it is British culture not to necessarily speak like that. So people are going to react to such what comes across as harsh words. Britishness is being passive, is not really, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like just being tight-lipped about stuff and blah, blah. So that is very, very out there. So people are going to react the way they're going to react because of the language they're used to in the country that they live in. There's that. But for me, I just don't trust the government. I don't trust the government. This, for me, looks like another way of doing the whole, when they're trying to send people to Rwanda and all that kind of stuff. Because again, with a lot of things in this country, what gets blamed is immigration. That's what it comes down to a lot. They're trying to control immigration. That's what it really comes down to. So I'm not shocked that people are reading that and they can actually see through what it is. Because you're right. There's nothing wrong with saying British people, you get priority, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing wrong with that. However, I think it's hindsight. Not even hindsight. It's hindsight when you see what's already gone. It's foresight of seeing what's to come, how this could progressively get tighter. Because really and truly, there's a lot of houses that get built all the time. There's a lot of estates that get knocked down and blah, blah, and and it turns to private housing. So really and truly, why don't they upgrade those places? People talk about this all the time. They talk about gentrification in these areas, talk about all these things. So you saying social housing, there's less and less social housing being available because it's all being turned to private housing. So if they really want to sort out social housing, there's an easier way to do it. There's an easier way to do it. But they're not taking that route because, again, that puts money in their bank accounts. And I think that's what some people are thinking about.
Oh, you was going to say something?
I remember.
So, okay. So in this situation, Maggie also brought up a good point. She said the slogan is such a red herring, right? Social housing has always prioritized UK citizens, which is a fact. Because to be fair, you need to have, I believe it's 5 different requirements in each particular borough when you're applying for social housing, right? And I believe one of the top ones is basically having recourse to public funds, being a citizen or whatever it may be, right to stay, right to remain, local connection, things of that nature, right? And so she goes on to say, we're going to see more of this as we get closer to election time. Are they just talking about the obvious things and trying to get us to think they're doing that actual work? Or is this like something worth talking about?
I think so.
No, it's just politics, just to get.
It's just
votes.
politics. I think so.
Okay. So you don't think that they're actually going to put anything in place to prioritise British citizens? What if they did say to you, you know what, guys? Based on the fact that we've looked at the numbers, a lot of people who apply for British citizens, a lot of them who apply for social housing and temporary accommodation for like 10 years, in general bans, been there for 20, 30 years. We want to prioritise those people.
It's like what you said, they're prioritised anyway.
Yeah, but like Essa was saying, there's certain people that come from abroad.
What the hell?
There's certain things that
AI coming alive. Lizard.
all right.
You lost your dad when you did that.
What was I saying?
He said, as I was saying, about prioritising.
Yeah. So like you're saying, it's not like people can't get onto the waiting list and stuff. But if you're in a general ban, you're going to be there for like 30, 40 years. You're just not going to get anywhere, right? But if it's a situation where somebody is kind of more desperate, they come from abroad, wherever it may be, and they get put into into temporary accommodation or whatever it may be above other people, is it wrong for them to say, no, we want to switch things around a bit? We want to send them to Rwanda.
Immigration is not the issue for the housing problem. If you look at the amount of applicants that's come through and that's been accepted and whatever, and the numbers, that's not moving the needle on the housing problem. You know what I'm trying to say? They just use all these stuff. This is what they do when they do politics. They make out for these issues and make out problems that are not really problems, so they can get votes from people. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So they making out like, oh yeah, we're prioritising homes for British people, so they can galvanise a fan base that they're looking for, that they might have thought that they lost, and make them think that they're addressing a problem that's not really there. So that's just the game. That's just what they do with all the stuff, with the immigration thing, with whatever. And it's definitely going to get ramped up. And it's just playing on the public's, especially the minorities as well. Just like, it's like everybody's just self-projecting their fears, like looking into the mirror, and that's why they're acting like this, because you can say that the language is coded or under this or whatever, but they said what they said. You know what I'm trying to say? And your issue could only come if you don't see yourself as that, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? And like, I don't know, it's each to their own. You have a British way or not.
I want to pose a question to the people that hold the view that obviously this is a red herring, and this is also, I guess, a failing on the part of the British government, who commit every time there's a bloody new manifesto or policy to build an X amount of homes, but never actually fulfill it. Since everyone's pretty much saying, which is the facts, right? We've all lived in social housing, right? We've benefited from, this type of scheme, whatever it may be. If it is that we care so much about those who are coming in, are we prepared to give up our social housing for them? If somebody was to show us the books and say, look, we can't afford X amount of homes to be built every year.
Where are we going?
Private, because okay.
You know
what I'm saying? Like, let's just say we don't necessarily, we're in a situation where,
afford it.
Yeah, we can afford it. Are we prepared to give up our own homes, right, for these people coming in? How much are we prepared to live what we're saying?
If you show me the family with the kids, I'd actually give up.
Okay.
And I can afford my private housing. Don't get your teeth at me. First of all, if you show me the family,
your face is like.
No, but that's the thing. But that's the thing. You gotta think about the fact that you are happy because you're sorted. My heart isn't wired that way. I care about people around me. Just because I'm sorted doesn't mean I don't care about people around me. So we're built different.
Show me the picture of the family and I'll give them my yard.
Yes.
Stop the plug off foolishness.
No, because you're not gonna get me where you get me to leave and then you just go and do what the opposite of what you say you're gonna do. Let me see the proof. Let me see the receipts of who's gonna be moving here after I leave, and I will give my consent. I'm not gonna leave and then they go and then rent it out and then not give it to the person, immigrant. I just said they were gonna give it to you. You people are not smart. That's how you get got. Listen, stay woke, man.
See, for Fernand, good point. We're asking the citizens to do the government's job, 100%, right?
And this is anyway. This is what it comes down to.
But the thing is, the reality is,
y'all ain't woke.
the reality is the government's always going to prioritize certain things. This is why it's important to know who you're voting for, right? Number one. Otherwise, you're just going to be complaining afterwards.
Throw that in there.
But I'm genuinely like, I want to know, like, if people really care about certain things, and we know the government will fail us in a lot of the issues that we ourselves care about, right? Because no government is going to fulfill every single thing that we care about in life, right? But in the things that we care about, if we know, based on, I don't know, all the years we've been alive, that no government has ever done this, and there was a scheme that said, you know what? Live your raps, yeah? Give up your home, and we guarantee it will go to somebody who's in real need, right? Would we do it?
Do you know what it is? Big up, Fernand.
It may be an unfair question, but I just want to see the mindset of everyone that's pretty much
Yeah,
saying
but I told
this.
you I would do use or laugh.
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying?
So you want people in the chat to answer?
Yeah, and
Okay.
well, you pretty much answered, didn't it? Well, Margs obviously.
Margs
you
has
would've-
answered.
Yeah.
His laughter to my answer was his answer. Brent?
What was the question?
Like, if you're in a situation where you believe, you know what, the government, they need to do more. They need to build more homes, this, that, and the third, right? They've been failing, this, that, and the third, but you're really passionate about the fact that, you know what, these houses should go to those who are in real need, asylum seekers, whatever it may be, people who really need social housing. And yes, you are in the social housing yourself right now, but you don't need it like you once did, right? You can afford private, you can afford to buy. Would you give up your home for those people? Or would you still benefit from the subsidized rent for yourself and say the government, nope, do your job?
So you're saying if I could move out and give somebody else a turn, would I?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Do I have children?
Yeah.
And how old are they?
No, 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, and 6?
Yeah, you got 3 kids.
I don't know.
You know what?
You're saying
single.
you're asking me to stand in principle, right?
Well,
Basically, he's saying if a good people
I want to see if how much people like really.
Do you know what we should have done
Believe
actually?
whole
We should have
house.
got but we should have got Brent's opinion first on what he thinks about the whole thing to know whether where he stands.
Yeah.
I should give up a whole house.
Well, you can comfortably afford to live in
Comfortably?
private. Yeah.
Like money's not an issue.
Yeah, that's
If
what I'm
money's not an
leaving.
issue, then you make it easy for me.
That's why I said I'm leaving.
No,
What,
but
is money an issue?
We can't say it's not an issue because remember, like,
Then why would I leave? Then why would I leave?
you can afford it. So imagine this year, you can afford still go on a holiday once a year, for example. You can afford to pay your car, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You're not in debt, right? But there's a big difference between you paying, let's just say, £300 a month compared to £1,300 a month. So the difference will be, let's just say, £1,000. You move to a nice house, you got all the rooms for your kids, everything that you need, but it's going to cost you an extra £1,000 a month.
And did I know about this scheme accepting the social housing in the first place? As in, I knew that once I was on my feet, I would have to give up this particular property for others to take their turn.
No. So this is even another question that I want to pose to you guys afterwards. So currently there's no scheme, and this was never introduced to you at the time. It's just a case of you needed this, here it is. But because you're now in a situation 20 years later where it's like, wait a minute, I don't need this anymore. I'm not in that dire situation. The government's obviously not building these homes. Labour or Tories, none of them are doing what they said they're going to be doing. Would you actually do your part and say, you know what? If you see it as your part, I'm going to give this up for somebody who is in need like I was 20 years ago.
And this is my home at this point.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I can't buy this house.
You know what? You can buy.
This talent,
Oh,
this
I can buy.
You can buy.
scenario is funny.
And if it is I can buy, I am giving up the home.
You wouldn't, you said?
No.
Okay, so you'd
I
buy
would,
that flat.
I'd buy it. And if it is I
Okay.
want to move out, cool, I would. But I would give that to my children.
Okay, cool. Okay. I'll give it to you another scenario. You can't buy it now. So you're going to go out there and rent another property. but it would be in the private sector.
I'm not sure, unless it is they force me out, I'm not sure if it is I'm volunteering to give it up to somebody else coming in. I don't know if it is I'm doing that.
Okay.
Because sometimes there's people that like can comfortably afford to private rent and all that kind of stuff, but then they're staying in social housing. I don't know. I think I just look at it differently. Because there's people that can comfortably afford, like to private rent and everything.
100%.
Like comfortably, they can still live that, maintain a lifestyle and whatnot. But then they stay in social housing because obviously it's a lot cheaper. But then there's people that would need that housing that actually cannot afford what you can afford. I don't agree with that.
So that goes
though.
into my next question.
They need it too. People need it. They need it. That's why they're in there.
No, you don't need it. You would like it. There's a difference.
No, they need it.
You want it. Wants and needs are different things. The people that actually cannot afford it at all. They need it. But you want it. You don't need it. It's not a need for you. It's a want.
I think that's unfair to say.
It's not unfair. It's English, the English language.
Why is it unfair?
Why is my needs any different from yours?
They're less.
Yeah, does that mean so?
So
I still need it.
Significantly less.
Huh?
Significantly less.
Yeah, but I still need this. We're having struggle political competition. This ain't no struggle Olympics. But I need this.
But where does it change from a need to a want? If you can go into the private sector,
I can't.
Right,
If I go
right.
into the private sector, that changes my whole setup.
No, but that's
It
what I'm saying.
does.
I'm speaking to people that can go to private sector and they can still afford the lifestyle that they still live. Then is it a need? It's a want.
No, it's still a need. Everyone needs home. Decent.
all right. So let me ask you this question before we wrap up. Yeah. Do you feel like social housing? Yes, it's given to those people who are in need, this, that, and the third, but it should be reviewed every 5-10 years, for example. We look at your circumstances. If it is that you have excess income above a certain threshold, we take it away from you.
No, we should put this in the laws. Constitution, I'm entitled to this shit. Shut up. You don't charge me for grapes. Fucking charge me for grapes.
What's wrong with you?
God made you don't charge me for
actually
things that
wrong
come out of the plants, out of the floor. You don't charge me for water. You don't charge me for things that come out of the floor, the things that I'm entitled to. I'm entitled to this shit. This is mine. I deserve it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Do you
It's
eat
my
grapes?
yard.
But you
Yes.
know, but the grapes, are you picking it?
No.
Are you picking the grapes?
Okay.
You have to pay someone who's going to pick the grapes.
no, man.
I said you charge me for grapes, That's the first thing you drew for.
And
Grapes are stupid expensive now.
and no one will stop you from drinking River Thames, So you can go there.
That's not safe. That's not safe. That's not safe.
You are charging me for grapes. I'm keeping the house.
I'm entitled to it. I'm entitled to everything.
Isn't it unfair though?
No.
No.
Nah, man.
That's
This is why the world
fair
is the way
is a place
it is,
with
man.
popcorn and bumper cars and candy floss. Talk about fair. Who gives a fuck about fair?
This is why the humanity is the way it is. We're not looking after each other.
Survival
We're not
of the
caring
fittest.
after. Nah, man. It's silly.
I'm straight.
We're not looking out for other people.
I ain't looking out for nobody but myself. I ain't giving up my yard. I ain't doing nothing. I'm straight.
I'm just about to move on, but okay, cool.
Whoever called back.
I wonder who that was. Hazard a guess, people.
My money's on Black Robe.
I'm thinking Saleh.
It's a good shot.
This is
I think Black Robe beats him though in the 10th round.
10th round.
he's prepared to go the distance.
If he calls on here and he says something about accountability and I was capping, cut the phone off. Or I would get up and do it.
Caller?
Well,
They will
Okay.
call back.
All right, cool. All right, so I guess we can wrap it up there, man.
thank you. Let's get into our next headlines.
All right, so our next headline. Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger have announced that they would quit ECOWAS. And obviously, since that's happened, the move has prompted various reactions. It didn't come as a complete surprise, though, especially after the Niger coup last July. The Burkina Faso PM justified the decision in Ouagadougou on Thursday. This is what he said. On January 28th, Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger took the historic decision to withdraw from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. It's a carefully considered decision which came after a thorough analysis of the institution and the potential consequences of a withdrawal. Authorities believe that ECOWAS doesn't meet the aspirations of the Sahelian people anymore, right? And renders the AES alliance unnecessary. Rendering the AES alliance necessary. Next headline: the United States Treasury has imposed sanctions on 3 Sudanese companies allegedly financing the devastating war plaguing the nation. Among the entities targeted are the Al-Khalij Bank and the Al-Fakir Advanced Works, both of them under the control of the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, the RSF. Additionally, Zadna International, linked to the Sudanese army, faces sanctions as stated by the US Treasury Department in a release on Wednesday. The Treasury Department statement has said that all 3 companies have played a role in undermining the peace, security, and the stability of Sudan by engaging in activities such as money laundering and fundraising through gold exports. These sanctions are part of a broader strategy aimed at curbing the ongoing 9-month conflict, which has resulted in the tragic loss of over 12,000 lives and forced nearly 8 million people to flee their homes, according to UN reports. And the last headline brings us back to the UK, where one of the leading post office Horizon scandal campaigners, Alan Bates, has said that he will reject an offer of compensation from the government, which he says is around a sixth of what he asked for. Alan Bates, whose 2-decade fight inspired the ITV series Mr. Bates versus the Post Office, told ITV News that the offer was paltry. Speaking to ITV News, he said, "It's a paltry offer. I'm frustrated by the insincerity of the Post Office and how long it's taken to go through the compensation process. It just goes on and on and on." A solicitor representing around 500 former sub-postmasters and sub-postmistresses said that Mr. Bates is not the only one unhappy with his offer, adding that what's happening on the ground is a million miles away from what government says their intention is. The government confirmed plans for a full and fair compensation to those affected by the IT scandal in 2022, which between 1999 and 2015 saw more than 700 staff members wrongfully prosecuted of theft, false accounting, and fraud due to a faulty accounting software called Horizon. And that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
All right, let's get into Word on Road. Right, man. In Black Excellence, Garrett Morris, who, when you see him, you recognize him. He was on. I know him from Martin. Did you ever watch Martin?
A bit. I wasn't an avid watcher like that.
He was at the radio station manager. When you see him, you recognize him. But basically, he turned 87 and he got his Walk of Fame star.
Oh, the legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's funny, man.
Yeah, he got his Walk of Fame star at 87 on his 87th birthday.
Oh, nice.
How cute. I don't know if I'd want it at that age. Like, come on.
Yeah, we've been
On my way out. But at least he was alive to see it, which is nice. To be fair, actually, yeah. He's alive to get his flowers, so that's a positive thing. So he had an interview with People magazine, and he said how he got the news at 86 years old, and he said, whenever it comes, it's all right. He's grateful for it, and his story is interesting actually because he's the first black actor, he's the first black cast member on SNL, on Saturday Night Live. Yeah, so he used to be a writer for them, and at the time the producers or whatnot realized they needed black actors for some of the things that he was writing. So they tasked him with finding black actors. And then there was these 2 people who worked there as well, I can't get their names now, but yeah, they basically told the executive that he's an actor. So why is he looking for somebody when he's a great actor himself? And that's how basically got the gig. And so he said the guy called him and offered him the job. And then he told him he would only do on one condition, which was that he acted and was not a writer as well. Like that, man. Let them work you to the bone. So yeah, he did that. So big up him, man. That's that's so positive and so nice. When I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, so sweet. And of course, the Martin cast were also there. He's been in a bunch of stuff as well. But big up him, man. That's very, very great news. Victoria Monet as well, still on Black Excellence. She's got 7 Grammy nominations. Do you know how lit that is? I saw a report that said how she must have asked, I think her team wanted her to perform at the VMAs one time, and MTV basically said to her that, no, like it's too good for you, kind of like, no, you need to work a bit harder, make a name for yourself kind of thing, before we can let you do such. And now, sis has got 7 Grammy nominations. Absolutely big. But she had an interview with Girl King. And also, she's broken record as well. She's made history for being the most nominated queer person. Openly queer person, essentially. So big up her, man. Big up Victoria Monet. That's absolutely amazing. 7 nominations is sick. So she's got it for Best Engineered Album, Best Engineered Album, Best R&B Album, Best R&B Song, Best Traditional R&B Performance, Best R&B Performance, Best New Artist, and Record of the Year. Sick. Sick. But big up her, man. So it was a nice interview. If you want to check it out, it is online. Also, Usher, I know we were talking about Usher the other day, but he's got a new album coming out. Obviously, he's doing the Super Bowl, which I'm really looking forward to. I feel like it's going to be so lit. Because that man is working hard, honey.
He recently had an interview with Shannon Sharp, innit?
Yes, I need to watch that. I haven't watched that. I need to watch that. But I know they wouldn't have asked me about Diddy stuff.
You think so? Shannon's not aggressive
not
like that. He's not a pusher. He doesn't push like that.
I have a weird... I don't know if I like him or not.
Okay. Why?
Because he's just like an Agbaya.
Why
He's
is
a
that?
grown-ass man, right? And some of the things I see him talk about, I'm just like... Because the way he talks about women, I'm just like... You're too grown for this. Like, you're an old man that's trying to be a player.
Is he though?
Yeah, the conversation he
To
has
be fair,
sometimes.
I've not seen a lot of clips.
Yeah,
so.
especially when he does the late night with Ochisinko.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, she was a bad influence though.
Ocho is Ocho, I'll tell you that. But yeah, but then also as well though, I think he's good looking. This is the conflict. It's not much of a conflict. He's good looking, but he's also... I don't like to hear him talk. He's good looking until he opens his mouth and I'm like, oh, not cute. But anyways, yeah, so that happened. Even when he was talking about just hilarious, right? Her being on Breakfast Club. He's talking about it and he was like, yeah, I didn't know she had a body like that. He just was wheeling it off.
Oh, you think about Unk?
Yeah, man. I was like, even Charlamagne was like, I'm not trying to hear all of that. He was like, that's like my sister. But he was like, it was just like, wait, like just congratulate somebody. And me only talking about her breasts. I said, nah. Gosh. Anyway, Usher has a new album coming out. It's a 20-track album. I think we should all listen to it just so we can have this conversation. Because, oh yeah, you weren't here when Iman was telling us how he doesn't like Usher. Like, he didn't say that. I can't remember exactly what the conversation was.
I do think he's overrated though.
You think he is?
I do think he is, yeah.
You didn't tell us that last week. You did not say that last week. That's overrated is deep.
Wait, is that too far?
It's not too far, because obviously you can say whatever you want to say. But I didn't expect
Do you know why though?
that.
I think it's because I could be wrong, but it seems to me that Usher's in a lot of people's top 5, for example.
He's one of the 3 kings.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he's not in
Who's
any
number
top 3 to me.
Well, R&B.
Yeah.
Chris Brown and R. Kelly.
Fair enough.
What? Just saying.
Fair enough.
Or 4 kings, Michael Jackson as well.
And I'm thinking, where's Michael Jackson going to be in that? What?
The fact you said R. Kelly before MJ.
Well,
I
R.
have to
Kelly's
clip that up, and I'm not going to include MJ.
MJ's the king of pop, so he's like the king of kings. R. Kelly's the king of R&B, so it's a subgenre. Like, MJ's like the king.
I mean, you think he's overrated?
Yeah. Not that. When I say he's overrated, it's not that I don't think he's good
No, yeah.
or really good at his craft, right? But I just don't see him as highly as other people do.
So who would you put then
Who would you put above
him?
Oh man, I need to think about this now.
Just bear in mind, you're going to be going viral over the weekend.
So FYI, I'll give you some time to think because you will
I'll
answer that.
think about it. Yeah.
But I'll tell you about his album. But
Cool.
on the album, he's got Burna Boy. The first song on the album is with Burna Boy. Big up Burna. It's called Coming Home. Love that. And obviously that's the name of the album as well. He's got Summer Walker on there. Usher makes a good song with Summer. I tell you that. Usher and Summer make a good song. And got 21 Savage on the same track as well. He's got Latto on there. Big Latto. A good track list. He's got The Dream on there as well. The Dream does make good songs. He's got a song with her as well. That's going to be beautiful.
That should be good.
Big up Phils, man. He's got Phils, the producer. There's a Nigerian producer. Sick. Beyond talented. It's got him on there as well. I thought I said Young Jock. Sorry. Is Jung Cook I know that is. But yeah, got them on there as well. So it looks like a good album, man. 20 songs. Here for, and he posted on Instagram. He said, "You've been asking, so I had to deliver the official track list for my new album, Coming Home, which is out on the 9th of this month." So I know the tickets for the tour is going to be out straight after that. Oof, honey. But yeah, big up Usher though. Yeah, so who are you putting above Usher?
I'm literally looking like at a list just so I can refresh my mind. Yeah. So I've
Tank?
No.
Wow.
No.
Tyrese? I'm throwing names at him.
No.
He's looking at a list.
Usher's definitely better than those guys. Like he's got the catalog. He's got, you know what I mean. But
Prince? Is Prince the R&B? I don't know what Prince was doing.
I mean,
Them little ass.
his own
trousers?
brand or something. Do you know what it is? I feel like Usher, yeah. He's a good. How do I put this? He's a good all rounder, right?
Okay.
Good dancer, good singer, whatever. But if it was just singing, I don't think he's got the best vocals compared to other singers out there.
Can't sing better
you
than
know-
Chris Brown, I'll tell you that.
He's got a
Why you
top tier
Putting R.
vocal.
Kelly in R&B.
What?
Why are you putting R. Kelly in R&B?
What do you mean?
Why are you putting R. Kelly in R&B? I understand.
How do you
early
repeat the
days.
same question?
I understand early days, but latter days. Why are you putting him in R&B?
What do you mean latter days?
Latter days. Why are you putting him in R&B?
What latter days?
What
Give
latter
an
days?
example
He's
of
in
latter days.
prison. What latter days you talking about?
I'm not talking about present day. Before he got popped down.
Pop down.
Why
Was
do
he
you always
really
want to discredit everybody's whole body of
Was
work?
he really doing R&B?
So what was he doing?
I could understand early days, but latter days, I don't know. If he's
When
saying,
you say latter days, what's
if
his last
he's saying-
album he
wait,
dropped?
If he is saying Prince, don't put him in R&B. If you're saying MJ, don't put him in R&B.
Why not?
Why are you putting R. Kelly in R&B?
Why can't you put Prince and MJ in R&B? That's what I'm asking. That's what you need to
I
explain
don't
to
think
me.
it's R&B. I think Usher is R&B. I think Chris Brown's R&B.
You don't think
so you
R. Kelly's
put R.
R&B?
Early days, yes.
So when you say late days, what
song do you think about?
what's your
I think-
reference? What album are you talking
I
about?
think it should just be called. Maybe it should just be called pop.
You think R. Kelly's pop now?
Popular. Maybe it should just call.
Oh, what? Because he got so big.
No. I don't think he was making traditional R&B. I don't think he was making that type of
What,
music.
in the latter stages?
What did I just say?
That I'm trying to clarify. Now, what latter stage are you talking about? What album are you referring to?
The latest.
What, Chocolate Factory? What's the last album he done?
He's got an album called Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
He did that shit.
Chocolate Factory is a banger.
Chocolate
But it
Factory is a good
is.
album.
In fact, I don't know because I don't listen to R. Like R. Kelly, he doesn't exist in my head.
Well.
I say it for the camera.
You're not even on camera.
in his.
Let me see what his last.
before-
Let me see what his last projects was.
Before
because
he
this is-
left, was he really doing R&B?
Let me see what. I want to see what music he was making.
He was experimenting.
Yeah, of
he was
course,
doing a lot
yeah.
of
Of
that.
course he
was experimenting.
He was
That's
doing
what
a
I'm
lot of the
talking
other, you know, like the grown sort of sound, didn't it? He was doing like a
But
lot
I don't know
of
if
that.
we can
sort of stuff.
clarify or classify that as flipping R&B.
But you still say he's an R&B artist, though.
Well, we can say Prince is an R&B artist. We can say MJ is an R&B artist, right?
Yeah, but it's more so like the modern R&B. Like, let's just say from like the year 1990 to modern day. R. Kelly it has to be number one, top three.
Bruv, in 2015 he dropped an album called The Buffet. In 2013 he dropped an album called Black Panties.
That
I only
man-
did listen to one song of these albums. I
An
know
album.
that's R&B.
Wait,
An album
Did
called
you-
Black Panties.
Did you listen to it?
That man
No,
is a sick
I
man.
listen to it.
didn't even know they existed till just now. But I know goddamn well that R&B. The album can't be called The Buffet. It'd be anything else.
I mean, it's interesting. I
But
mean,
R&B.
I guess we can say that he developed a new pocket of R&B that nobody else was touching.
1 second.
Who R. Kelly?
Yeah.
You mean afterwards or in the beginning?
No, beginning.
Chocolate
Beginning was
Factory
R&B.
is
2003. What's double up? So for real, what was he doing the last bit of his career? What?
He was fighting court cases. What do you mean was he doing last bit of career?
This is not long though. The last proper decent album's nearly 20 years ago. But yeah, he's still R&B though. Can't knock it. 12 play. One of the kings.
12 play.
You know about 12
That's
play?
one. Yeah, that's one of his early joints, right?
Yeah. So I think
Why would you go to one of his early joints? Being the king, why would you go to the past like that? Go more to the present.
I don't get what you're trying to say.
No. I'm stoking conversation.
Yeah, I know, but I don't get why you're trying to discredit it because
Discredit R. Kelly.
No,
I
even
wonder
if-
why I'd want to do that.
even if he fell off towards the end, which is true, that doesn't mean that the beginning didn't happen, innit? So I don't understand why you're saying like he can't be R&B because I'm looking at this thing now and this last half of the career, I don't know.
Was
it
MJ ever
was
R&B?
meaty. Huh?
Was MJ ever R&B?
Yes. Off the Walls R&B album.
So when I like that you've said that, why don't you call him the king of R&B?
Because he's the king of kings. That would be diminishing his reputation.
Don't be silly. If we say this competition that we are judging is for the title King of R&B, don't say, oh, it doesn't count. MJ is King of Kings. Mama, you've been chosen. You're sitting next to Mimi, the music blogger.
Big up Mimi.
Yes. And other great commentators of the music culture.
Yeah.
Right? And you've been asked, hey, this is a list of people. Give them the title King of R&B. Who are you choosing?
I don't know, there's 3 kings. MJ is definitely R&B though. It's just a different.
But he didn't spend like.
It's just a different type. It's just a different type. But some of them joints, you get me, and especially for the day and age of what it was, that it was definitely, it was definitely R&B. It's just a different style. It's not that, like like in the like our mid-90s and that heavy era. It's not that kind of R&B, but it is definitely R&B. What Jacko was doing. Off the Wall is definitely R&B. You get me?
But that's the thing though. Like after that, what album would you say is an R&B album?
What,
I think
from him?
Yeah, I think that's what might be the problem. Because Bad don't sound like a thingy album. Thriller don't sound like an R&B album.
No, but Thriller's the greatest album of all time. So 8. So was it 8 songs? 9 songs?
For Thriller, yeah, I think 8.
8 songs, 8 hits.
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair,
Brent hates Michael, you know.
To be fair, his first 2 albums.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
His music? No.
I think he might be right. It's 9, I think.
I never said you hate his music. I just said you hate him. And it
I
affects how you see
I
his
didn't like
music.
what he did in his spare time.
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't like it. But honestly, Max, if you were to basically give one, you just said 12 play, right? You said 12 play.
Yeah.
And that's accredited to R. Kelly being one of the greatest R&B artists of all time, right? And you said...
And I could say Confessions.
Talk to me. What's the greatest R&B album of all time? Because if you give it to anybody, I'll say, all right, that's your king. That's your king. And people said, retire the King of Kings, Monica. Stop doing that. Jesus will strike you dead. Right. Stop doing that. Goddamn. Greatest R&B album of all time.
I couldn't do that on the spot.
I'll give you until the end of the session.
How? Because I won't get involved in the conversation. I'll just be thinking. I'll just be sitting there quiet. That's tough. That's tough.
I'll have to give you the weekend, and we'll
On
Monday we'll ask this question in Discord as the breaker.
Oh, cool.
Break you in nicely.
Love that.
Sorry, Esther.
That's all right. Like discussion. Hold on, let's scroll. What am I doing? Oh, Nicki Minaj, Brent's fave. Basically, this woman is not shut up, man. But she said something the other day. I just thought, like, ma'am, this is too far. So she was on live. No, she was on Spaces. But Spaces, live, whatever it is, as long as she's talking, she's still talking in it. But basically, do you know what? Do you listen to Joe Biden's podcast? Anybody?
No.
Yeah.
So basically, what are you going to say, Brent?
I see clips.
Okay, so, well, big up him for that clip he's giving me. That is a great meme, and I'm going to rinse that.
Oh, why are you still talking in 2024?
2024! It's the best thing ever.
I don't
Tell
know.
me, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't understand the context.
Oh, I loved it. So
Even when I saw
Yeah.
the entire conversation,
You didn't get it?
no, I didn't like the fact that in my head he was lying on Ish,
Brent.
like just blatant lying, and then he was coming across as though, hey,
Brent.
believe me.
Do you know what's
No,
mad?
but I can't. I know that you're gaslighting this guy.
Brent.
Sometimes I agree with Joe, though.
The fact that he will be like, let me just create entertainment. I don't know.
No,
Nah, but like...
That's not the first time him and Ish has had that
No,
argument.
but I don't know.
over
I don't
Jared.
know how Ish didn't punch him in the throat.
Yeah.
I had to listen to the full episode. because that clip was so like that clip was so intense.
Is the episode online?
Yeah, but it's just on Spotify right now. The video's not out yet.
Okay.
But basically, yeah. First of all, big up Temi from 90s Baby. Yeah, Temi said we need to credit Joe because his hat went forward, the mic went back at the same time. He was at that skill. But so with that, yeah. So basically, before they started the episode, they were talking off camera. I think Ish must have been talking to some girl or whatnot, yeah. And then Joe must have then met the girl through Ish, then took the girl out, then was lipsing her in the corner of New York in a car somewhere, serenading and whatnot, right? So Ish is like, so they were having this conversation before they came on air. Apparently Joe's banging tables and moving mad, whatever. Cool. But they're all cordial or whatnot. But then Joe then makes a reference to what happened off camera. And then that's where that conversation starts. So then everyone else is like, oh, you're not really gonna... They're like, okay, do you know what? Let's have it out. Let's talk about it. Don't say what the scenario is. Let's talk about the situation in a different context. Let's pod kind of thing. Joe is shouting at Ish. Like, he's getting angry, belligerent, shouting, yeah. Ish is like to him, listen, you don't need to be shouting, da-da-da-da. I'm not trying to get in an argument with you. I'm not trying to shout back, da-da-da-da-da. But then he just keeps going and then Ish loses it. Now Ish is shouting, yeah. This is Joe. You need to calm down because... He was like, first of all, I don't have any other friends that argue with me over bitches. I don't even... He said to me, he called that woman something. I just said, this is so... He basically said, yes, I don't really want your da-da-da from the streets. And he was like, why are you so passionate? Like, you must have loved her. Like, he just starts gaslighting this guy.
That's Mags' back.
And he's like, oh, you're acting. He's like, oh, yeah, here you go, you're acting all lights. First of all, you're the same shade. You're the same shade. And you were moving that same way. And this guy was saying you to calm down. He flips everything and he's gaslighting the hell out of Ish. And I'm looking at, is this real? But then Ish was like to him, Ish was like, basically, yeah, you do stuff for camera. You come on the camera, and now because you know that this is going out now, you're acting like you don't really care. But he said, before we started recording, you was out here nearly breaking equipment. So this is da-da-da-da-da.
They argue about gal all the time. It's not the first time they've had a big blow up about it.
I believe Ish. I'm sorry, I stand with Ish. I do believe J Bud is a piece of shit that's been stealing his friends'
He's a piece of shit, but Ish always tries to go on like he don't care. And
isn't Ish married? Because what was Dr. Umar saying? I figured it out.
Ish has got a gal at some point.
He's got something.
But Ish always goes to go on like he don't care, but he does care. And even if the main part that he does care about is Joe, there's care in there, you get me? Because he always goes to go like he don't care, but you do care because he always gets you to this point where you are always
like it's
doing
mad.
this, innit? And Joe is definitely a gaslighter, and he does a lot of dirty
He's so
macking,
manipulative, it's mad.
but he's just ruthless at the same time as well. Some of the stuff he says, I hear him, like, he's just cold-blooded. It's like, you're being a bitch, just stop playing. These gal is gal, you get what I'm trying to say? But then...
And that's what he was saying. He was like, why do you always take the sides of other people over mine? Like, why do you always believe these women over me? Because you lie.
No, but Joe does.
You lie to him.
Joe does the wrong and strong sometimes. He tries to manipulate and he tries to be smarter than everybody. He definitely does do that stuff. It's like it's mixed. And sometimes I agree with him, and sometimes I'm like, I can see what you're doing here. Like, you're taking a piss.
I've never seen someone. I've honestly never seen gaslighting play out in such a toxic way that was like, what? And everyone else just sat there. But I realized that I feel like. I don't listen to. I think I listened to the Dr. Umar one and this one because I just thought this is so funny. But I realized that he's basically surrounded with like a bunch of yes men. I feel like Ish is the only one that's not really like a yes man from the dynamics.
That's
it feels like people
his brethren from time back.
But Ish,
yeah.
Because it feels like no one else wants to get fired because they know what happens. Like they know the situation Rory and Mark.
None of them can't talk to them. None of them can't talk to him like Ish can. Really,
no one can.
Ish is his brethren. So the arguments that they're having on camera, they've had. Off camera, they've had real arguments
for years,
like, for brethren. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
It feels like they've been arguing about these things since they were teens.
Yeah. They've been doing this.
Because whenever it comes from a place of like I've been holding this in, but this is not the first time we've had this kind of thing.
It's because they're proper friends, innit? Ish knows him, innit?
He's
so when
holding it in on camera. So
okay.
Ish is there thinking, all right, I've heard this before, right?
Okay,
and I know your manipulative ways. You're not going to draw me out.
Out, yeah.
But it gets to the point where Joe will he'll be saying things that Ish will be like, wait a minute. He's getting to the point where he's cooking up the lies so much, people might believe it. So now I have to kind of sit up a bit, right?
Yeah.
And then when he's now about to talk calmly, the next one, I don't know what his name is.
Ice.
The next one, he's now like chiming in to basically, he's like, no. And then I saw the spirit rise up. He's like, all right,
You know what?
I'm going to cook.
Yeah.
You. And then when Ish cooks, he cooks.
No, he cooks.
He cooks, right? He can match Joe.
Yeah, Dr.
But
Umar.
then Joe's like, yeah, you're not having this moment.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
then
make
that's when he starts manipulating.
But he just looks like a
toddler.
major.
No, he's like a toddler. You know when kids, when kids are like in the shop and you say they can't have something and they start body slamming. That's literally what
But
Joe
he
looked
walked
like.
away.
Yeah, and then that's me. And then she was just like, sit down.
He was so committed to the lies, to
Do
the
you know how mad that is,
entertainment
Brent?
piece, that he.
But you know what's so funny? 'Cause what you said is spot on because it's like it was that Ish was watching. They were talking about something completely different. I think they were talking. I think they were talking about the Super Bowl. They were talking about something completely different. Had nothing to do with girls. And then Joe's like trying to throw shade at Ish, talking about like, I don't understand people that believe other people over their friends that they've known since. It was that kind of stuff, and then Ish was just like, no. We're gonna talk about kind of thing. It's mad. He's like an angry toddler.
Question. Is there legitimacy in the loyalty thing that Joe basically put to him? I mean, even if I'm lying, right? You shouldn't be like, hey,
Believe in
you
the
found
girl.
the facts. You should just be like, if it's that person who is seen as a throwaway, like a roundaway girl, you
Sorry,
should just take
can I add to your point before before the question lands? Bear in mind as well, yeah, Ish said Joe met this girl through Ish. Joe is saying he never met the girl through Ish. He knows Ish dealt with the girl, but he's saying because he met the girl through other people, it's not a thing. So bear that in mind as well.
Would you back your boy over one of them?
In what sense, though?
Like, so if a girl says to you, yeah, like, what friend can we use? You both have similar tastes. Just because he hasn't been in a minute. Rich. Say a girl, yeah, there's a girl that you were, Rich was talking to, yeah? Just linking whatever it was. And then she then you were talking to her. And then Rich then deals with her, whatever. But then she's telling you that Rich was lipsing in the car, taking her to like them them underground spots that, you know, you take a girl to nighttime, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Saying you're dirty macking, basically, essentially. But then you're telling Rich she's lying. Do you expect Rich to believe you or believe the girl?
Me.
No, even though you know you're lying.
I wouldn't. Yeah, see.
So the truth doesn't matter, basically.
Huh?
The truth doesn't matter in this particular scenario.
No, she asked me what I expect, innit?
Yeah, so you're lying.
I'm not supposed to be lying, innit? So,
But you know that everything the girl said is true. But then, do you still want Rich to believe you over the girl?
Yeah, if I say something, guys. No, but you are missing it. In this is usual scenario. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be lying. I'm supposed to be telling the truth. Innit? You asked me what I expect. So even if I am lying, if I go to one of my brethren and tell them something, they should believe me over this roundaway
Your
gal.
brethren shouldn't go looking for the truth, basically, right? Would you get vexed if he goes look for the truth? Because
No, he's only getting vexed because he's lying. He's gonna get caught out, innit? Like,
listen, would you get vexed if your brethren goes looking for the truth? He's questioning what you've now come to him to say. Would you get vexed because you're like, wait a minute, I don't understand this.
yeah, but you have to get vexed because that's when you're buying into the lie, innit? Like,
If you're lying.
If you're lying, you have to get vexed because it's like that's the whole game, innit?
But would you? I know that you would pretend to be vexed, but would you
Really? No.
Wait, why are you questioning me?
No, you can't. That's taking the piss.
Are you going to believe me over your
You
own
know
damn
there's
eyes?
some people in this world where they be like, nah, I'm sorry. Don't go looking for the truth.
Yeah.
Because I just told you
I
the
told
truth.
you.
Yeah, but
That should be enough for you.
there's also these man want to go like they're gallus and they're not gallus, and I can understand why Joe can get pissed with these youths. Like, there's only so many things you can claim, man. There's only so many girls you're allowed. You're allowed one gal. These things ain't yours. You're loving up over these things. Anyone can slam you. I can slam up these whores and you're chatting shit. Like, shut up, man. Like, you're taking a piss. Enough man are gal clown, get things, want to wrap them up, don't want to commit to them, don't want to think, but don't want nobody else to have them, and want to pretend and act all funny when their brothers chop them, and you ain't got no intentions for these gal. You're not doing nothing rest of the day. Furthermore, I know fully well you got feelings for a whole other woman, actually, but then you want to come to me and chat shit to me because I chopped this little. Like, shut up! Like, you're not moaning about gal. Gal is gal. You get me? So allow it. Gal for breed, weed for bun. That's what I tell them. You know how it goes.
Do you know what's so funny? You are saying exactly what Joe said, word for word, bar for bar.
Swear.
It's a different platform. Like,
Sorry, I didn't even know.
That's basically what Joe was like. Joe was like, yeah, but did you love her? He's like, no.
Shut up,
You gotta
then.
go now. It's the whole thing.
Yeah, then shut up in 2024, man. Like, the fuck we doing here, man? You're allowed to love one gal. You're allowed one gal. I don't talk to me about nothing else. You're allowed one gal.
Men are funny,
It's so
man.
interesting. Like, I had a light bulb moment the other day, right? Because each time is people like you or like Three Shots talks about women, right? I'm always looking to put that profile of a woman to the type of woman that I am around or I respect or are in my circles, right? And I understand why those women, if they feel that you or Three Shots are talking about them, they'll feel away and they will feel disrespected in how it is that you relate to them or how it is that you describe them, right? But I've now met the women that you're talking about. And they're not the same women at all.
You're
They're
such
not
an
the
egg.
same at all. So I think I understand why it is you're saying what you're saying about them. Because they're not the same.
Now, why are you laughing? I'm sick of you laughing.
Because I know when clips go viral, there all these different types of women who are just assuming that y'all are talking about them. But they're different calibers and pots and whatnot. So they're ones who don't even mind you call them things.
Yeah.
Because they
And you know what? And that's the thing. And that's why we're saying, man, like,
names.
when I'm doing my fightings, it's not for everybody. It's not. It's not for everybody. It really isn't. Because when people ask me why it is I can listen to certain male podcasts, and because they're not talking about me. When they're talking about girls and stuff, it doesn't apply to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm not triggered by it. All the best parties involved. Anyway, this is all about Nicki Minaj. But Joe Budden was in the spaces Nicki Minaj was saying what she was saying in. But basically, Nicki said something that was very, very wild. She said, trigger warning. But she basically said that when Megan got shot by Tory Lanez, that Megan was looking for a Rihanna moment. And the Rihanna moment what she was talking about was when Chris Brown beat up Rihanna. And that's just a wild thing to say, that someone's trying to get clout with abuse. So when that person got abused, you saw that as a clout moment. So like, do you know, sometimes certain things happen to people and you have to think of people's mindsets. So when Rihanna was in the news and all that kind of stuff, with that happening, were you just thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to push her career? Like, this is something that she can sell in her career. It's mad. And there's publicists who think like that, like, oh, this bad thing's happened to you. Let's capitalize on it. Let's use it to whatever. So obviously she was getting cooked, as in Nicki Minaj was getting cooked for that, because people were like, that's a very insensitive thing to say. And it's ironic because she's an idiot. Because when Rihanna also got beaten up by Chris Brown, people did not believe Rihanna. People were cussing Rihanna. People were talking about it in songs. People were mocking Rihanna in the same way that they're doing Megan. So it's just like, honestly, your brain cells are just... Where did I hear this from the other day? Oh no, it was... I think it was on the show. Anyway, but yeah, so that happened and Nicki is getting cussed. But I hope... To be fair, actually, speaking of it, Joe and them actually had the same idea as Brent, saying that they feel like Nicki is loading. Brent, there's something about rap that I didn't know. That when you come out with a weak track, and then you lose the other four.
Is that what
load
you
up.
said?
Huh?
What else did he say?
Oh yeah, that's why I brought up Joe Budden actually. So basically, they played a version of the song on their podcast, and I think that was the beat she wanted to initially use, but she didn't use it, something like that. It sounded better.
Serious?
It actually sounded like a diss track. But basically but the thing is with Joe, he's biased because he's the only person Nicki Minaj allowed, and I'm gonna say allowed, but he's the only person Nicki Minaj allowed to interview him. So he doesn't talk on Nicki objectively because he doesn't want to get on her bad side, if that makes sense. But so he tried to say stuff like, he basically was like, oh, like, what do y'all think? I'm not really going to say what I think, kind of thing. And he was like, he said how basically he thinks Nicki's unhinged. But he was like, I've told her that I think she's unhinged, but she thinks I'm unhinged too, so da-da-da-da. He said that he basically said he was dead. They all basically said he was dead. And they said that she did say she's got 4 more. So hopefully what she was
4
doing...
more?
I told you, I reported that the other day. She said she's got 4 more tracks.
Okay, so she went with the worst first. She saved the best for if she needs it.
For the 5th. Yeah.
Okay.
But basically they were saying how, so she said she's got 4 more. And they were saying how they think that she released this one to just kind of poke her a little bit. they also think, because when I'm thinking about it as well, that bar, I actually don't even think it was about Nicki Minaj, you know. I think Nicki just was the one that bit into it. So basically, they were saying how, obviously, for years now, Nicki's had an issue in the industry in terms of labels, all this kind of thing. So this is why she kind of has an issue with Cardi as well, where she feels that basically, obviously, the time that Nicki was reigning, there weren't really female rappers like that. Do you know what I mean? Like the other female rappers were like older and they kind of like they weren't reigning in the way Nicki was, and they kind of semi-tapped out kind of thing. So at the time Nicki was reigning, she was the only person reigning, and so everything was all about her, whatever. But then obviously, her thing is that, and I reckon this came from like private conversations with Joe and her and blah blah blah. But he was basically saying how she feels like labels and stuff antagonize her, where it's like they're trying to manufacture and create another her.
Yeah.
And so they were saying how Megan, her beef is not actually with Megan, it's more with the people that are bagging, are pushing Megan, are like backing Megan. Because they were saying how that's why she kept bringing up Rock Nation. So she got an issue with Rock Nation because Rock Nation obviously helped her. They also cited when she had an issue with Atlantic. Atlantic is Cardi's label. So they were saying how like her issue with Megan is not with Megan. That's why maybe the track was weak as well. Because it's like, I'll say this, blah, blah, blah. It's to poke that so that the people behind Megan can kind of push Megan to respond again. So then she can then come for everybody that she really wants to come for. Because her anger is more with DJ. That she had a whole beef with DJs where none of them are playing her music. In New York, nobody was playing her music. Not Envy, because again, I think she'd cussed out, I can't remember what DJ was she cussed out. So they were all kind of standing in solidarity. Yeah. Yeah, and so even with the labels as well, like, she just doesn't have good relationships. So they were saying how Megan is basically just the pawn. You've been using this, but the people that she really wants to get to are the people that are behind Megan, and that's the labels, that's all the that's all these people, Jay-Z, all that kind of stuff. Because they were like, she keeps bringing up Rock Nation, she keeps bringing up labels, because Megan is she's an independent artist, but she's got people that do her marketing and PR and all that kind of stuff. So that's basically what they were saying, that, you know, but they did agree, they did say the track was dead. And they said also as well that it feels even more dead because she had tweeted all her lyrics. But then one of them was, I think it was Ice, he was trying to say how maybe it was so that when it's quoted, like, you know, when they do when they release your lyrics on Genius and whatnot, so that they don't misquote her. But then they were like, but then someone else said no, but she could have done that after. So because she did that, but then Joe was saying that he's not against people tweeting their lyrics and then putting in a song and whatnot. But then they were also saying as well that because when she said she was going to release a song, she pushed it back. So apparently that beat she was going to use, she already used it for another song that was already done. She started to use that beat for the Megan song, which apparently she said is not a diss. It's just a song. But then I don't think she couldn't get it cleared by the same producer who had already cleared the original one and blah, blah, blah. So apparently that was all the whole thing that had done. So that's why she had to use the beat she used, and that beat wasn't really great. They also criticised the fact that if you're going to be dissing somebody, why are you out here doing animated voices and stuff like that? But yeah, it was interesting. It was an interesting listen. But yeah, Nicki Minaj is done now anyway. Her evil knows no bounds. And then lastly, gosh, it's a long word on road. But lastly, I talked about the Brits Awards last week and how all the nominations and all that great stuff, and Little Simz obviously being nominated as well. But Benny Banks is criticising the Brits for Little Simz being nominated. So he said, "Dear the Brits, how come all the other categories got separate awards, but UK rap got mixed with grime? You don't do that with rock and pop, or..." He wanted to write reggae, he said Reggie. How is Reggie? Big up Reggie. But he said, or reggae and opera. Why with rap and grime? They're different genres. When is UK rap gonna get the recognition it deserves? Little Simz ain't dropped new music in like a year. Why is she there? This isn't an award for acting. She's cold, but she shouldn't be on that list. How can she be up? Like, what's your problem with Little Simz? How can she be up for Best Grime Rap Award in 2024 when she didn't drop any new music in 2023? I need to know how she's there instead of gets, because I can't make it make sense. Shake my head. Someone needs to speak up. These awards been biased and fixed for years. It's annoying. P.S. If you're going to combine rap grime for an award, you should probably add a grime artist to the nominees as well. Biz suspect when there's an award for grime, but no grime artists have been nominated. Do you lot even know what you're doing? This is as bad as Complex top 50 rappers list. Come on, man. You're supposed to be bigger than the Mobos. And then his caption said, it's all a fix. Just saying. And of course, the babe that is Mimi, the blogger, responded to it. She said, Dear Benny Banks, firstly, Little Simz released No Thank You as a surprise album in December 2022, which she rolled out throughout 2023 and toured. But Dave was nominated last year and didn't drop a project. Benny Banks' rant was nowhere to be found. Thirdly, Get didn't drop last year. He is dropping this year, so of course he didn't get nominated. And Benny is right not to mix subgenres such as British hip-hop, grime, rap acts, since it limits our talent. However, it's funny how people love to use Little Simz to try to make points like this when there are other artists this applies to. And he's still crying over the Complex list. And then also, Chucky entered the chat. And Chucky said, his Sims rant is misguided. His maths are wrong. Somebody needs to let him know that 2024 is only 30 days old. So let's push that aside. The qualification period is something around November to November or December to December. This means Little Simz qualified as she dropped in December. And Mimi responded to that saying, exactly, my thing is he could have said it about Dave 2023 nominated, but didn't drop a project 2022. Where was Benny Banks? Let me tell you, he's definitely pressed about Simz because he mentioned Complex list and she was included in the top 10. So it's funny he only said her name. I prayed what he's on.
Cool. Black Rob, you doing a lot of talking in the chat.
What's he talking about?
Black Rob says, prediction, Esther takes Mimi's side and misunderstands Benny Banks' point. I beg you, please call in.
Since you got your fucking degree.
Elaborate. What's your take on that, Marks?
On what? What Benny said?
No, both. Because
On everything.
how I just heard that, based on me not knowing anything, it's like, oh, sounds like he has a point. Then Mimi came with her receipts.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, maybe he doesn't. So, what's your take? Go.
I agree with him on the mixing genres thing.
So does Mimi.
You compromised?
No, I'm not really compromised. Like, I don't know what Little Simz does or what she's done. I know he's all other. Yeah, so I don't know. Like,
It's about, essentially, what the conversation is about is whether her album is qualified to be nominated. And based on the period where they
Sounds
collect
like it's
data,
qualified.
it is qualified.
But he's also talking about what genre she falls into as well, right? Or no?
no, I think that was a separate thing.
I think that's separate because he was talking about them doing a rap grime genre and saying that no one in the genre does grime.
Okay.
So I guess for rap, based on Brits standards of rap grime, she does qualify because she's rap. But his the thing with grime anyway is that grime should be a separate category, and also if you're gonna combine rap and grime, there should at least be one grime artist there, then kind of thing. That's why he brought in Gets, but then Gets album is not out yet.
Why is Little Simz always such a controversial topic? Why is she so polarizing?
No, you don't want to hear why.
What? Because she's a black woman.
That's bro.
I didn't say Estelle have this
I
problem.
didn't say it.
Estelle didn't have this problem. You just pick and choose when you want.
I bet.
It's Little Simz. This problem is Little Simz because she's a dark-skinned black woman.
You said it.
Fucking hell, man. The game's fucked up.
No, but think about it. Sis released her album. No. Sis released her album in December 2022, and the whole of 2023 she spent it touring, doing it. Like her album is done amazingly well. People are not paying attention to her album. What else would it be?
Good morning.
Hello. Oh, morning. How's it going?
Oh, good.
Morning.
Who's
Who we speaking to, please?
This disclaimer before you come for Monet. I'm not Black Rob, please.
Oh, don't worry, baby. I know.
I'm not Black
Don't
Rob.
worry, baby.
Oh, there's love in my heart as I hear your voice. Don't you worry about that. What's your name?
All good. I think RJ.
Morning, RJ.
Morning. I think here's the thing with the Little Simz situation. Yeah, for me being a big fan of Simz as well, I think is she catching fire for getting top 10 in the complex list? Yes. As I said, I'm a listener of Little Simz. I think she's top 10. No, but she's very talented. However, on the other hand, I also think it's a case of Little Simz isn't in the space that a lot of these people are in. So for them, it's like, rah, why is she always here? Which I don't understand, because I think Manga saying Hilaire cut a good point where he said, so all these tours that she's doing nationally and internationally, what is it? Friends and family. Like, a lot of you like, ain't doing tours like she's doing. Is she in the alternate space? Yes. But does she, if you actually look at the metrics and what she's doing, a lot of rappers can't chat to her. That is the truth. It's alternate.
It must be because it's a different demographic.
Sorry?
It must be because it's a different demographic. Because I think a lot of the sentiments that happen towards Little Simz is the stuff that you're saying, innit? Like, and I think people feel like people want to diminish her career and the things that she's doing because it's not in the right circles, or it's not in the right spaces that we hold value to.
Yeah.
You get
But
me?
she's big internationally as well, though.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because there's people in them certain spaces and that she's always there, and she's always getting champion. If it's
Always
awards, if
relevant.
it's always Little Simz, this,
Busta
Little Simz,
Rhymes
this, Little Simz,
did a
that.
whole interview about her.
Yeah, but then there's people say that the Benny Banks and from certain demographics. What they're saying is, if you didn't keep talking about this girl and pushing her places, I wouldn't even know she existed. So what they're trying to say is, how comes, like, what are you talking about? But it's not them, innit? Like, her fan base is not them, and that's probably what they probably can't understand.
That's true, actually.
That's for sure. I do think one thing I will say, and I need to crush this rhetoric here, and because I want, please, enough with the race war stuff.
Well, the black woman.
Don't get me wrong. And the reason why I want to crush that is this. Loyal Kana gets the same corn. And for me, it's the same thing. Loyal Kana is a better rapper than a lot of these guys. And because he's another one with an alternate crowd, people don't rate it, because Loyal Kana was also getting the same of like, oh, rah, who's this Loyal Kana guy?
He was in the list as well, wasn't he?
And the only time people rate
you're
Loyal
right.
Kana,
Same thing. I don't know who that done is.
Loyal Kana, same thing. He does the same. What did you say, sir?
No, nothing. Sorry, go on.
No worries. But yeah, it's like the same thing. Lil Kana, for me, he's a better rapper than a lot of current guys out right now. But he's same thing. He's got alternate crowd. He ain't talking about some of the madness that some of these rappers are talking. And some people only notice him now because, for me, he spun Unknown T on his own track. And then people are like, well, he's just a Lil Kana kid, not knowing my man's been out here for a while.
Yeah, but does he get criticised the way Little Simz does, though? Because people saying, oh, who is that person?
Sorry.
People saying who is that person does not is different to your artistry being discredited. And that's what's happening. That's what happens with Little Simz. Is that it's discredited.
I think yes and no, because may I ask you yesterday, then, do you know who Loyal Kana is?
No,
I don't.
This is him.
Okay. So then I think it's a similar thing. So it's like, if you saw a lot of rap categories and then you saw all these names and then you saw Loyal Kana, you may not be as vocal with your opinion, but you might be like, right, this is Loyal Kana kid if you saw it.
it's literally the same shit.
Like,
if every time the Brit Awards is on, this Don's up here and he's winning all the awards and you're talking about album of the year and all that, I'm saying, who the fuck is this shit? Like, what are we doing there? Like, nobody's
But that's the
playing
thing,
this.
I feel like I hear that because people do say stuff like that, but I feel like that's such an ignorant way to think, because I don't listen to every music in the world. So just because I don't know somebody doesn't mean that they're not doing what they're doing. I think that's the problem. That's the issue.
I
because
agree.
you don't wait. Because you don't know somebody, you just assume that they can't be doing shit. No, and that's why I say that. That's why with Little Simz, it's a different. Like, I get this guy. I can't even repeat his name. I don't know what you're talking about. But with him, yeah, people might not know who he is, but does he get as much criticism and as much flack as Little Simz gets? No.
I would say, I think the thing with Little Simz, the only issue for me with Little Simz is that I think the tone, what I do agree with, is the tone that she's addressed with, that's where it's different. But
And why
in
do you think
terms of
that
like
is?
dismissing some, oh no, we know why.
No, I don't know why.
The whole, I think it's a combination of, she's not one of these babes. I honestly think that's what it is, because her content as well isn't the mainstream content.
Mm-hmm.
And is there the black woman thing there? Of course, I'm not going to deny that.
Okay, so why do you want me to dismiss the
what I will
argument
say
then?
is- No. It's not about dismissing. I'm
Conversable.
saying it's not as black and white. I'm saying it's not as black and white as.
I never said it was black and white.
because she's a black woman.
There's
No.
always many
I'm saying
reasons
that.
to.
I never said.
But there's always many reasons to things. But we started the conversation with you saying that you feel like this theory needs to be debunked. Only for us to get here.
Benny
and say,
Banks,
you do
Benny
think
Banks
it's
is
part
not
of
piping up because Little Simz is a black woman.
Yeah, that's my thing. Do I feel like he doesn't rate her as much? Absolutely. When I say, okay, let me rephrase. When I say about the black woman thing, I'm not speaking about Benny Banks. I think Benny Banks is genuinely like, yo, I know my rapper mates. My rapper mates ain't up there. So what on? Do I think that Benny Banks is doing it because she's a black woman? No, because he even rated Little Simz. He's just not aware that she released last year. That's what I think. I want more things to be done with nuance rather than, oh, because she's a black woman, this, that, and the third. Because there's many cases when it is because someone's black. And I don't want things to get diluted because every single time something happens, it just gets reduced to because she's a black woman, because they're a black guy, this, that, and the third. Because, like I said, there was also, I also made a comparison of Loyal Kana, where it was a case of, I also saw him getting cussed out saying, rah, who's this guy? What's he done? Why is his name getting mentioned with this, that, and in previous awards? And then no one came up and said, you know, the same thing for Loyal Kana. But I'm just more of a thing of, it's not denying that black women in this space get disrespected. It's not denying that. And I'm never going to deny that. Shout out to black women. But I don't want it to be reduced to that at the same time.
But
you get what I'm saying? I just don't want it to be reduced to that.
Can I add to that? So I feel like when people bring up like, say for example, it's like, oh, this person is because of race or gender or whatever it is. I think people always think in extremes. It doesn't have to be extremes for that to still be true. Because as you said, like, I didn't say that's the only reason why Little Simz is not respected because she's a black woman. I'm not saying it's black and white. There's going to be many different reasons as to why, just in the same way that you've agreed that that's the case. Like, it shouldn't be reduced to it just being because she's a black woman. And I 100% agree with that. However, with the Benny Banks situation, I don't think that when people make arguments, we can just say it's definitely not because, like, we should not say because her being a black woman plays a part in it. Because if that was anybody else, like Mimi was saying, when Dave was nominated last year and he didn't have any project out in the same time frame in which Benny Banks is talking about Little Simz, he didn't look into that. Because again, there's this automatic respect when it comes to men, just respecting them, and even if it's a respect thing, and I guess men wouldn't get it. But as women, you know, there's just this respect that men have for other men without question, right? The Little Simz thing, if he had done his research, if he had done his Googles, if he had cared enough to do his research and his Googles, then he would have seen that she does qualify to be nominated. But he didn't care enough about her to do that. And that is where the respect comes down. That is where the whole, her being a woman, maybe not a black woman, but that is where her being a woman comes into it. So I'm not saying that it needs to be reduced just to that. And I'm not saying that's the only reason why. Of course not. People have different tastes in music. There's many different reasons why people make arguments they make. However, it does play a point. It does play a part. But that's just why
that's fair. I won't argue with experience. I think for me, I just see where the discourse is going sometimes, and I'm just like, please, let's not make this an internal beef that it doesn't need to be. Because the reason I say that is, do I believe it as much because she's a black woman? No. But then I also, at the same time, do not like seeing other black men the way they, once again, this is not regarding Benny Banks because he has not come out and said anything too bad on Little Simz. I also don't like how I'm seeing other men, especially the black guys, talk on Simz. That's why it's almost like, because I'm seeing certain people take the chance to like take shots at Simz unprovoked in a nasty way. And that's where I'm like, okay, this tone is becoming because she's a black woman. Whereas the initial argument that Benny Banks was making is fair. I think it's fair in the fact that he thought that she didn't, hence why he said it. He then got proved wrong, which was right on Mimi's part. But then I just didn't like the fact of the black woman disrespect being reflected on Benny Banks more than the fact that Benny Banks was just ignorant to Little Simz. Hence why I brought the Loyal Karma situation, because I felt like it's history repeating itself, where the UK does this thing of we're in this bubble, and if you're not in this bubble, you're not big. When I feel like Little Simz, if she wanted to, could really show people what's really going on her side of things, but she chooses not
She
to
just
because that's
doesn't.
her
Yeah, she's a
personality.
humble girl.
Yeah,
It's still
and
just be on
I
her side of
respect.
things. It's not like
No, but
it's not like over here.
No, but yeah, but that's the thing there, because she's still repping the flag for UK. She's killing it internationally, and when
Of
they
course.
ask where she's from the UK. She's killing it for us overseas because the
Yeah.
UK doesn't give people opportunities the way they should.
What's a Little Simz song?
Thank you, RJ.
Are on fire,
Oh, there you go.
good for what?
Don't just tell me names. I'm
King
give
of
me
Hearts.
one.
No, I'm
telling
saying
you.
I'm a little.
I'll
I'm a
sing
little
it. Give me the melody. I want the
Dead body.
familiar with it. Like if you said, "Give me a Fredo song," and I went, "I caramba," you know what I was talking
but why are
about.
you asking that though?
Because I don't know. I want to know something. I want to know why. I want to know why.
That's what I
Why
said,
what?
good for what?
Why you don't
Good
care so
for
much?
what?
Give me a.
No, because that's the- but-
no, I just want to know a Little Simz. Can one of you just give me a Little Simz song, please? I'm not trying to prove no point.
No, but what's the
I
for
don't
what
think
reason?
RJ would be able to do it.
Yeah, I want you to do it. I'm not saying that you can't do it. I want you to do it. I want to
Go on,
hear
AJ.
it.
Go on, AJ.
You got Spotify
That's what I
subscription
think.
and you
Good
want
for
someone
what?
to sing a
Yeah, but I want to know what to
It's good
pick.
for
Okay.
what?
Oh, if I go on Spotify, what song should I press? What song should I click?
Dead Body Part 2 and 3.
Is that the
But
one?
then that she's even barring.
So why do you give
No,
Wait, wait,
don't
wait.
Dead Bodies Part 2 or 3. No, not that. No,
What?
don't bust me on. I don't want no album cuts that I need to realize. I'm saying the one that I'm going to resonate with, the one that I'm going to hear and say, oh, this one. I know this
like,
one.
oh, you know this one.
Yeah, this one's a slammer. Give me the Little Simz song
No,
quickly.
I don't think
I
she
don't
makes
use these
music
words.
like that though. That's the
That's a
thing.
slammer.
She
Huh?
don't make music like that. So you're wanting a banger, but if she doesn't make music like that, hence the reason why she's not in everyone's
Or
eye.
even one that I remember.
can't
Okay,
do
give me
that.
one. Give me one that I should know. Everyone should know this because it's played already. Everyone, give me one. Everyone should know. Let me hear it.
I can't speak on that. Everyone should know this. 'Cause
Is she
I
playing
don't
on
know
radio like
those
that?
things
This is
from
tough. This is tough.
That's what I'm saying.
What? There's nothing
But I
there
don't
for me.
mean.
but that's why I asked-
Okay, give me something that's going to represent it. That's I'm going to.
What do you want? Because he gave you
The
part 2,
criteria
3, and 4.
asking is-
That's the
Damien,
3
I'm-
tracks.
What do you call it? Dead what?
Dead Body.
Dead Body.
What's that? Wait. You
Why
did
you
that
making
for Dead
noise?
Bodies. He's Brenton.
Man is such a twat.
There's Dead Body. There's King of Hearts. There's Heart on Fire.
See, he's giving you
There's,
recommendations, man.
He's
That's
reading them off.
what I'm saying. If you want rap, then she can rap in it. But if you want like a mainstream banger, she may not have
You
that.
like SZA.
That's what I'm saying.
I
If you
love
ask me
SZA.
for certain criteria, then
That's
it's not going to work like that.
If I said to you, give me a Heady One song, what would you say?
What point are you trying to make there?
maybe. If
No,
you want
just
old,
quickly, 1 second. Go on.
Golden Boot.
Golden Boot. Yeah, I know that. I know that one.
You
Still.
didn't even think of that.
I know that one still.
No, I know Golden Boot. No, I was just trying to. This is what I'm asking, innit? I know Golden Boot. I know that song. If I pick another artist, if I said give me an ambush song, could you tell me one?
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
need...
no, I know the point you're making. I'm not.
I know
calling
because
you to
when he tells me,
distract. I know the
everybody's like,
point
and
you're
I'm saying,
making.
tell me the song. I want to know the Little Simz song. What's the song?
No, but do you understand why I'm asking the question?
No,
I'm
that's
asking you
what I'm
there? I
saying.
feel like that's going over your head.
He hasn't got a
I'm trying
mainstream
to
hit like
get to
that.
my.
Bro.
I just
That's
I
the whole
want someone to
point.
tell me the song that can resonate. I want the song. I just want the song quickly.
That's
To do what
if
with?
you're asking me for a song for your criteria, I don't know if I can give you a song. That's what I'm saying. But if you actually a music listener, you want to listen to tune, I can give you a song.
Oh yeah, no.
But if
You're
you're
giving
saying
him 10.
I need, if you're saying you need a banger, if you're saying you need a mainstream banger, it might be the person to listen to.
No, I
But
wasn't
that's the
saying
whole
that. I
reason
was
why she's
saying
got
just
her
give me.
own
I
crowd.
wasn't telling you to unearth any gems. I was saying to you when we say in our scene, say some artists. I'm saying tell me some songs. Like if I said tell me a D Block Europe song, I said new pussy good, but that home pussy make you feel safe. And everybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about. I'm saying that's what I was asking for. Little Simz, give me the song. That's all. I don't understand. I'm not trying to trick anybody. I just wanted to know, and no one can't tell me nothing.
We're fighting 2 different battles. This is 2 different battles we're fighting.
There's no battle to fight. I just wanted to check something just to clarify for myself. I'll run because I'll keep doing it for bare artists, and you'll give me a song, we're still stuck on the same. I'm saying, can you tell me the song, please?
You don't know the difference, though.
But he's
That's,
giving
you know the
10.
difference. Because it's like you then asking
that
me,
was
give me a little
that was
comment.
unearthed.
Wait,
That was
I'm so
unearthed.
sorry, Algie. So basically,
That was unearthed
No.
album cuts.
So you want him to give you a song that you already know,
That everybody knows.
but you don't listen to Little Simz. So how are you gonna know the song?
There's bare people I don't listen to. I know
Exactly.
There's the music. There's circular music. There's circular music and artists I don't listen to. Yeah, I know their
Wait,
music.
okay,
Taylor Block, Swift. I'm
Do you
listening
know
to
any?
Taylor Swift.
No. Okay.
What are we talking
let's
about?
go on.
There's people
Do
I
you
don't
any
listen to
Bad-
that I'll know the
do you
songs because they're
any
so
Bad Bunny
popular. I'll know the
songs?
songs.
Do you know any Bad Bunny songs? That's the guy got
Not by name, but by
Bunny
hearing it. And if you can tell me what it's called, I can tell you, oh yeah, I know that Bad Bunny tune.
So what does that
Do
do?
you know
When
any Bad Bunny songs?
he tells you a song that you've heard before,
Do you know any Bad Bunny songs?
Huh?
He said he doesn't know by name. But
Bad Bunny has billions of streams. Do you know any Bad Bunny songs by name?
Not by name, but if you could, if you told me them and I played, I say, oh yeah, I know this
Does
rhythm.
that mean you don't know Bad Bunny songs then?
I don't know it.
Wait, RJ.
If you just think, I'll go next door, I'll play it, and I'll come back and say, oh yeah, I know that song. The Bad Bunny, what's the Bad Bunny and Drizzy rhythm called that's going off? I don't know.
Quick
Bad
question.
Bunny's got songs that I know are Bad Bunny songs. I don't know them by name, but if you just tell me now this song and I listen, I say, oh yeah, I know that one.
Okay, well, quick question. So when
I don't need to know the song by the Little Simz songs by name. Just think it to me so I can play it, and then I'll hear it and listen to it, and then I'll say, oh yeah. I know this one.
Okay, I know. Where do we go from there? What happens then?
Nothing. Then I can just move on.
But what's the point that proves to you?
Who's to me?
No, because I know the point.
I wasn't trying to prove a point. I was asking for something for myself. I wasn't trying to prove a point.
He's in his Joe bag right now.
He is, because I'm looking at him like
I wasn't trying to prove a point. I was asking something for myself.
No, wait. Do you know how ironic it is? You're not trying to prove a point, but yet you've named many artists and you expect a song to say that.
The only reason why I named many artists because I asked you or something and you moved like I was speaking Swahili, yeah? And you didn't understand what I was saying. So I gave him examples. I gave him examples of what I meant so he could answer my question.
Yeah, but what is the point of the question?
The point for myself, just so I know the Little Simz song. So when you are having this conversation, I can resonate with it. I'm saying, yeah, okay, cool, I get it. I'm trying to connect to the conversation. I want to know the Little Simz song. I'm trying to get involved with the fanfare and that.
You're not being truthful about your motive.
How can I not be truthful about my motive?
You're not being truthful about your motive.
Sorry, what are you saying, RJ?
I said tunes before, and you were just like, but I don't know them. So like, I can't help you.
No. Because I said I don't want you to unearth album cuts from me. You're trying to give me trying to unearth some gems.
But you want something that he already knows.
Huh?
There's not going to be that tune because you're not in those spaces.
The tunes that you said, I just went on Spotify, and none of them are in our top 5 rhythms. So I'm saying that's not the rhythm I'm talking about. The ones that you were trying to bust me is not the rhythm I'm talking about.
No, but what I'm saying is, okay, the only ones that would apply to your criteria, this unfair criteria, shall I say, is something like point and kill a woman, but then
woman. You see, you should have said woman. I know that one. See what I'm saying? Why did you say woman? We would have been there a long time ago. I went over and said, yeah, you know what? Because I remember when that dropped, and I'm with you now, and then I've got the song playing in my head, and we can go. That's what I wanted to do. I'm just trying to resonate.
Okay, so now we've
I'm
done
just trying
that.
to resonate.
Okay, so now that we've done that, what's next?
There's nothing that she's not going to continue conversation.
No, but
I just wanted to get involved. I was just trying to get in the car.
You were getting in the car. How? Like, what's your? So now you're in the car. What is your purpose in this vehicle?
So I can frame her in the right way that I need to.
Which is
Superstar.
And so that's why I said you were not being truthful about your point. That's what you wanted to do.
I done it.
You can't gaslight me. You can't gaslight me and lie to me. You're looking me dead in my face, and I knew this was the point you wanted to get to, and that's why I've been trying to get it out of you.
I never had no point.
Nah, you had a point.
I wanted to know Simz rhythms. I wanted to know Simz
so
rhythms.
that you can see as a superstar that people are claiming that she is.
Yeah, and now I see it.
Listen,
You could have told me this 20 minutes
other
ago.
people are gonna have bigger hits than other people. It doesn't make them better artists or mean they
Thank
got
you
better
very much,
albums.
RJ. Exactly.
You've got bare tracks that we know. Ain't no one listening to that album. Ain't no one going to her tours. So it is what it is. There's plenty of shit I'm not gonna name, but we all know they're bangers. And guess what? When you say, yo, where's the tour at? It's crickets.
Yeah,
So,
no, I don't know why people try to make out like I was trying to do something special.
You were.
I wasn't.
You
I just
were.
wanted to know. I don't listen to Little Simz like that, so I was asking.
Don't let me
for
call you.
the rhythms.
Don't, I respect you so much. Don't let me call you a liar.
Hey, shout out Mark's Budden, you know.
You know what you were
Mark's
doing.
Budden, I like it.
You know exactly what you're
Mark's
doing.
Budden.
You know exactly what
Mark's
you were
Budden,
doing.
I like it.
Don't like it, RJ. It's bad things to like.
Nah, man.
Don't like it.
Little Justin is all good.
You don't give me killy vibes, but I think it might be on the
You should have said.
spectrum.
You should have said woman from the start, and we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't even have been.
No,
here.
because for me,
Because we wouldn't even. Brent, if he just said to me, woman, we wouldn't even have been here.
I'll be honest with you, we still would have been here because
Where?
I needed to know what the point was, and you've proven my point. You've proven my point. You didn't think the conversation was worth having because you did not see her as a superstar. Now you know one song that you know. Now you can agree that she's potentially a superstar.
Little Simz got songs in big movies as well. Shout out Venom. So you get what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that ain't talking to Simz that stuff. So you may not know Venom, but guess what? That Spider-Man check is probably clearing for her right now. So it's all
And
good.
it probably is.
Yeah, no, we can't be knocking her hustle. She does her thing.
You can't be. We is French. You can't be.
Huh?
The rest of us are where we are. And when we meet Little Simz, it's going to be a lovely, wholesome conversation with her.
When Little
This
Simz,
is like
she
your
got
third
to walk
strike.
past me. I didn't even know who Little Simz was. When they was talking
She
about,
used to put her foot out.
Huh?
Trip you up. That's what she used to do.
they were saying, "Oh, like Little Simz was doing so good in Top Boy." And I was like, what, Little Simz? Who's Little Simz? Which Little Simz is in Top Boy? Which one's Little Simz? And they were like, oh, Ashley D's thing. And I'm saying, swear to God, that's Little Simz.
It's not the thing again.
I did. Fuck.
We need to get some courses going in this place.
Forget it.
What was Shelly? That's it. Shelly.
Yeah.
I think it's actually with S.
Other thing as well, people stop trying to erase what Benny Banks has done as well. You can disagree with him, but don't try to act like he didn't help the thing in UK rap. It's like people need to stop being disingenuous on both sides. But anyway, love people.
Yeah. Thank you, RJ.
Thanks for the call. Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Big up you, babes.
Black Rob, you said you wanted to call. Can you please call in?
Make it brief.
Got a hair
For
appointment.
those who don't know, it is Benny Banks.
Go with my last thing. Oh yeah, that was it anyway.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't know who that man is. He could walk past me, I wouldn't know a thing.
Man.
I wouldn't though. I didn't grow up in the same music you people grew up in. I was flying the flag of Afrobeats.
To be fair, but Benny had a good run, man.
I thought you were going to say I had Afrobeat song. I was saying, gosh, was he dancing to the Zonto?
Never done.
I was going to throw up. What were the white guys dancing to the Zonto? Looking like
Yo,
Westwood.
Black Rob.
Fuming. Morning, this is Black Rob.
I try to keep this one brief. I won't try and go too long.
Man.
First of all, I want to say something I agree with Vesta on. I think there was some truth to the fact that she said that maybe them using Little Simz as the example, maybe subconsciously because maybe she's a woman, also maybe because he knows that it's an artist that he won't get backlash from if he uses them example. Because if he used Dave, there'll be people that'll jump to Dave's defense because it might be also because he's a man, but also because he's got like bigger support in the UK than maybe someone like Little Simz. So there's a point to that. But I think the thing that I want to go on to speak on was like Mimi's response. And I think there's a pandemic going on, and I don't think it's COVID. I think the pandemic is people weaponizing black outrage. And the same thing that I see some people do that we get onto their backs for, I see some of our own people do. And Mimi did that in that tweet where she was like, oh, white man talking to a black woman about something like that. And I was like, why did I have to go there when it wasn't a discussion about black man and a white woman and all that stuff? I feel like the same use of weaponizing black rage is for something like this is used in others. That's how you get people like Brick Lady and stuff like that, where you go, okay, I'm in an argument with this person about this specific topic. I can galvanize the audience to have my back by making it a race issue. So she goes, okay, if I not keep it to the music, and I go, how can this white man say to me as a black woman? It's like a calling signal, it's a signal to rally the troops online to go, okay, now all the other feminists or identity positive people are going to jump to my defense because they're not going to care about the nuance of the discussion. They're going to go, what? Black woman disrespected? White man? I don't need to hear the context. I'm batting for my side. And then the whole discussion is lost rather than keeping it to music. Because Mimi had a point, as Esther said, Simz was nominated and she should have been nominated and she was within so Mimi could have just won the discussion just on the points alone. But she didn't want to do that. She wanted to go for the low-hanging fruit. She thought, okay, let me demolish this guy. Let me just go for the race card and then I can make sure that all the sisterhood comes and backs me without looking at context. And that's the issue I have. And that's kind of what the last thing was talking about as well. The same way, weaponizing black outrage, we jump on the Daily Mail when they get Stormzy and they use a picture of someone else. We jump on, but I see it being used by our people even more so sometimes for silly reasons like a discussion about music. But when there's a real issue going on, if you keep crying wolf on stuff that's not important, when a real issue comes, some people are just going to not come to bat for you because you're going to be like, I'll use your race card all the time, whatever, man. And then the real issue comes, it's like crying wolf. So that's the issue I have.
I didn't even see those tweets actually, but that's fair. Interesting.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for calling up Black Rob. You gone?
Sorry, what you said?
I said thank you for calling Black Rob.
Okay, cool. Right.
What were you expecting?
No,
Maybe it was actually like a pushback.
You agreed with him?
Yeah, I didn't even see those tweets. I only saw the ones that I read out. So I didn't even see the whole race thing into it. But I mean,
yeah.
I feel like if a black person cusses you, if a white person cusses you, somebody white person cussing you feels like it's a bit audacity. But yeah, I don't feel like race was a. I don't think that race was a thing there. I just think that he just didn't. I feel like it's more he was just ignorant and he didn't care enough about the points he was making to actually do his research. Because the example Mimi gave about Dave and stuff, he's a black guy, but I just think he was ignorant. I think it's why I said to RJ, I think he was ignorant and he didn't do his research enough to see what he was talking about. And he and I feel like his thing anyway is more with putting the genres together. I feel like that's his main beef. I don't think he would have cared if there was a grime category, because he wouldn't be looking at the rap. He wouldn't care for that. He'd be looking at the grime one. Do you get what I mean? Right now, it's points.
Yeah, no, I think they're all separate issues, man.
But what's
Women
your
being
thoughts on,
disrespected and looked down upon by men and patriarchy and all that stuff, that's a real thing. I think that's a separate issue.
Yeah.
The struggles of black women that they're going through in society and people talking down on them, that's a real thing. I also think that's a separate issue. This is a
music issue.
Not enough just as a music issue. It's a Sims issue. Like she always
I
goes.
totally agree.
She always goes through this kind of stuff with the circular artist and the circular thing. It's just a Sims issue. She just happens to be a black woman.
I hear you.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Yeah. And I think, well, as I said, I totally agree with you that it's a Sims issue. And once again, Mimi would have won the argument just based off of the points that she made about Sims being ready. Sims is actually eligible, so that she could have won the argument on that. And I said, just weaponizing black outrage is just something that we need to try not to do in topics where it's not relevant, just so that it doesn't lose it loses its punch when we actually need to use it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I agree with that. I don't think playing the race card every other moment is a great idea.
All right, yeah, man.
Cool.
I think I might make a topic of the day from that. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, cheers.
This person said man made a completely valid point and they tried to air him. You know, we agreed with what he said,
Yeah, exactly.
but he was looking for pushback.
You almost think this is back chat. Fuck off, I mean. Get into people's journal, man. Get into people's journal. This is all very stupid. Get into people's journal. I'm done.
There was nothing.
Taking it back.
Yeah, you're taking it back in. He's like,
Whoa.
oh, okay.
Agreement.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. So yesterday I was talking about how Andrew Bailey, who is the head of basically that committee, the governor of the Bank of England, that committee that comes together to discuss, well, lots of different monetary things, but basically the interest rates, right? The base rate in this country. So at the moment it's 5.25. I said that we were going to get the information about 12 at noon yesterday. So yeah, obviously we weren't recording at the time. So yeah, just going to present to you guys that it's remained at 5.25%, man. I knew it was going to stay at 5.25%. But what's interesting is he was speaking to Sky News and he says that he expects that the next interest rate move will be a cut. So he is basically saying, look, things are kind of looking positive. And he also believes as well that inflation could ease to its 2% target within a few months. So again, this is all positive, man. This is all positive. But obviously, just to be on the cautious side, him and the rest of the people that decide the base rate opted to hold the interest rate at 5.25%. And this is the fourth time in a row that they've done so. Next thing I wanted to mention is, you know what, again, I said this the other day as well.
Yeah.
I criticize Labour a lot, or at least in the past I have, right?
In the past, last week.
The recent past, right? But remember, I gave half props to Khan for at least recognizing, freeze the, you know what I mean, the pay. But I also gave props to Rachel Reeves, who is the Shadow Chancellor, when she was basically talking about trying to find a way, if Labour wins, which they will, tax cuts. And basically saying these tax cuts will even be applied to those, the higher earners. And I was like, okay, this doesn't sound like a Labour tactic, but I like her thinking. Maybe, you know, no disrespect to her, but at least she's thinking more proactively and less reactively. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, you know, Tories saying certain things and just finding a way to attack them. I say all of that to say I think I need to give her more props again.
Okay.
So again, to be fair, this might be controversial. a lot of people will disagree with this, right? But she's come out and defended her decision not to restore a cap on bankers' bonuses. And now, this would be obviously the controversial part, because loads of people will be thinking, what the hell? Why the hell would you not want to cap bankers' bonuses when they're making tens of millions a year and they're not doing anything, right? But again, she's recognized and she said, you know what? Labour did not feel that it was right to prioritize. Labour did not feel that was the right priority in that budget. And this is in reference to the fact that she said that the government at the time, under Liz Truss, scrapped the cap, right? And so she was like, obviously they were reacting and basically saying, no, that's a bad decision, things of that nature. And so at the time, she's basically saying, no, why is Liz Truss trying to do that sort of thing? But long story short, she's come back and pretty much said like, you know what, if Labour take power, they're not going to restore the cap. Which obviously at the time, it sounded like they would do, you know what I'm saying? But she said much stronger rules were now in place since the 2008 financial crash, when the cap was first introduced, and that it was no longer her priority to restore it. She also said, what I hear loud and clear from business is that what it will take, to get them to invest in Britain is stability, and the last thing they need is for more chopping and changing. To me, that's a nice way of recognizing that finally, when it comes to economics, you need incentives. If you're going to cap these bankers, if you're going to cap the income of the people who actually make a difference to the economy, you're going to feel the effects in the economy. So I like that it's not fanciful thinking. Now, obviously, a lot of people may think this is crazy for me to say, because obviously a lot of people are haters and don't want the bankers to be making the money that they're making. Me personally, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I feel like government's flopping in other areas all the time, and that's where we need to be focusing on getting the money from. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just wanted to kind of big up Rachel Reeves in that respect, because it seems like at least these guys are actually thinking not outside of the box, but less so just responding to the Tories and more so coming up with certain things themselves and giving us a glimpse at what they're gonna put into place when they take power. Next thing I wanted to mention is the average household water and sewage bill in England is looking to go up. People say it's going to go up by an average of 6% from April. So yeah, there's not much to it, to be fair. Water UK said that the increases, which is equivalent to £27 a year, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but considering your water bill, it does obviously add up, right? And that will leave households with an average annual bill of £473. That's basically what the increase will translate in real life, right? They pretty much said the reason for this increase is because they needed to fund infrastructure improvements following backlash over deliberate sewage discharges and poor water supply resilience. Remember, we spoke about this last year as well. So this is the reason why. Next thing I wanted to mention is iPhone sales, man. They've dropped in China. Anyway. And
I thought you were going to say, I was going to say, people are standing on business for Congo.
No, people will never do that, unfortunately. I have no faith in...
No
people
comment.
don't care about Africans, right? So... no, it's true. Even Africans.
It is true though. Black problems are not a thing. Everyone's shouting... Anyway, let me not even do that today.
That was a Kanye West moment.
Friday.
It's true, though.
I'm not going to say which people it was.
It's true.
George
though.
Bush don't care about black people.
Yeah, it's facts, man.
That was wild.
But yeah, man. Apple shares slumped in after hours trading, and this apparently was driven by disappointing iPhone sales in China and a warning that future revenues will fall well short of the expectations.
I'm surprised it's still there. Big up actually, let me big them up because you never know who you're going to work with, but the other brand, not going to say what it is.
Okay.
Hawaii.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously, like in my mind, I didn't even think iPhones are being sold there.
Yeah.
Because they got the in version of iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently slaps.
Yeah, and
They've been making money since I was in school.
that is actually the reason why the thingy has kind of dropped, man.
Yeah, I literally, because I did business studies in sixth form, and they were one of my case studies that I studied, and they've been making money. So I'm surprised one iPhone is even being sold in China.
Yeah. There's the IDC analyst Nabila Popal said in China, Africa is facing more. In China, Apple is facing more.
Africa.
Yeah. In China, Africa. Apple.
Your ancestors are trying to send you something.
I'm telling you, man.
Your message.
All right, so I'm listening. So in China, in China, Apple is facing more competitive challenges, not only because of Huawei, like you said, but also because of foldables, which is very popular. And obviously, yeah, people are enjoying them foldables. And obviously, iPhones are pretty basic. Mm-hmm. You've got the latest one? No, you got the 14 in it.
Yeah, I've got 14. Like when I got that one, they brought a new one out.
There you go.
I'm
Mark,
keeping
you got the,
this.
what's that one? Like 13?
Yes.
The 12?
12 maybe.
Yeah. And
I don't
they're
check.
exactly the same phone.
So
Of
how do
course
you
they are.
check?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how do I check which one it is?
Well, you didn't check when you bought it. There's another way to check.
I can click on it and tell me what it tells me what phone I am, innit?
I should just ask Siri, what phone are you?
Wait, I don't need to talk.
What,
It's a 12.
I didn't check.
Settings.
I did not know you could do that.
Yes. So, like I was saying, obviously, to be fair, I don't see Apple doing any of these foldables till probably the year 2042 or something like that, because they're very basic. But you people like it.
The foldables are not nice.
Yeah, they are.
Nah.
Some of them are.
Why do you want to walk around with the folder?
What's that? A Samsung phone?
So, no, other brands do it as well. OnePlus does one. I believe theirs might be one of the best as well. OnePlus and Samsung, yeah. They are expensive, obviously, but a lot of perks to them, man. But anyway, the Chinese like it. And since Apple don't do it, they're not really buying Apple. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I wanted to mention is the share price of Facebook soared, man. Why? I keep saying Facebook. Meta, right? But yeah, it soared because they announced for the first time that dividends will be paid to their investors.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So stock went up by more than 15%, adding more than 110 billion pounds to its valuation. So just to put this in context, that rise alone is 5 times higher than the whole value of its rival, Snap, right? So yeah, that's that for Meta. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go and get shares in Meta, but yeah.
Why do you do gun fingers?
I do not know. And the last thing I wanted to mention is just that TSB, like a lot of other banks as well, they're looking to cut jobs, man, in branches this year. Yeah, it's the same old story pretty much. No one's using the branches, you know what I'm saying? So might as well save money and put all of that into online services. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the People's Journal.
If they're doing this, and they're gonna then throw the money into like customer service, online customer service, because you're still gonna need people.
Yeah.
And you're gonna if you're getting rid of the stores, you're gonna have more online queries and stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, so people get to keep some kind of jobs.
Yeah, some of them. But they'll just save a lot more money rather than
having a
on
building,
electricity
rent, all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the reaction.
Headlines.
One more set of headlines.
Ask them to give me some more detail, and we'll do it next week.
Give me more. What was that?
Little Simz.
Okay. When she comes in here, I'm going to be the person interviewing her.
You know,
gonna
I
be a
love
junior.
Little Simz, you know.
Oh, do you? You said damn word.
I've not heard.
They think
know
I
what,
hate her.
That it comes across as if like
They think I hate her. The whole team, they actually think I'm an op.
the whole team. Ciao.
They think I'm an op.
So you're telling me, basically when she's going on tours and stuff, as in for interviews and shit, you're gonna have to not come in. TD's gonna come. They're like, nope. That man is there. Nah, man. No, I don't think you hate her. You just don't listen to her.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And then plus, sometimes when I talk, I sound like I'm rude.
No, because you're just very straight. You're very matter of fact.
That's not just it. He is disrespectful in him
Nah, I'm
saying
trying to-
that he doesn't listen.
Little Simz team is watching. I'm trying to.
No,
things
but
better.
but we need to let them know that we are onto him.
Okay, yeah,
You
we're trying
understand?
to correct this behavior.
100%. And we will say if she's not comfortable with him being here.
We're getting
He
rid of
won't
it.
be here.
You say the words. We'll be here. Just say the words. We will give him annual leave. Don't you worry about that.
And you will welcome it. That's the grit. That's the grit trick. That's what you want us to do.
Jedi mind trick, innit?
Yeah, I never change, boy.
Never, man.
All right, so last headlines. Trigger warning in both of these, right? Detectives are searching for a dangerous individual, right, in connection with an attack using a corrosive substance in South London, which left a mother and her 2 daughters in hospital.
I saw that.
The Met Police are urging anyone with information on Abdul Ezedi, who's 35 and who has ties to Newcastle, to come forward. The mother, who's aged 31, and her 2 daughters, aged 8 and 3, all remain in hospital. She and her youngest child may be left with life-changing injuries. Sad, man. Mr. Ezedi may have been known to police, apparently. This is according to the Met Police Superintendent, Gabriel Cameron. And he added that he's wholeheartedly confident that the attacker will be caught. The Met have released a CCTV image of Mr. Ezedi taken from a Tesco store, along Caledonia Road in North London on Wednesday evening, where he's believed to have bought a bottle of water. Caledonia Road is where Mr. Ezedi was last seen after he had initially driven away from the crime scene and crashed into a stationary vehicle, eventually making it off on foot. And the last headline...
Has he been chased when he did that? Because I always wonder, when people do something that's bad, and they're trying to get away, why don't you just leave calmly? Do you know what I mean? Like the pressure of all of that.
I guess you don't know who's looking at you.
I guess. But I love to the mum and her daughters, man.
Yeah, man, 100%.
I said the tax is mad. Like, that's just wild.
Disgusting. And the last headline takes us to Nairobi, capital of Kenya, where a huge gas blast has killed at least 3 people and injured nearly 300. So a lorry carrying gas exploded in the Embakasi, district at about 11:30 at night, igniting a huge ball of fire. This is according to a government spokesperson, right? Housing, businesses and cars were damaged, with videos showing a huge blaze raging close to blocks of flats. Earlier, the government has said that the blast happened at a gas plant. The cause is still being established. Embakasi Police Chief Wesley Kimeto said that a child was among those who died in the explosion, adding that the death toll could rise. The Kenyan Red Cross said that it had taken 271 people to hospital and treated 27 people on site. But yeah, that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
Thank you. Well, I was dying for it, so let's get into the reaction.
Oh shit! Sorry, not even the right day. That's old games. Welcome to the reaction, people. Where I'll be reading off sports headlines. We're back in the business today, innit? AFCON.
Oh, okay. You meant United.
What fixtures?
And we've got games today.
Oh, yeah.
We've got games today. 5 o'clock, Nigeria, Esther.
Okay, people.
Nigeria versus Angola is at 5 o'clock. And
So that's the...
No, I'm thinking, wait. What about me?
You're Ghanaian. You're like out. Your team's out.
I'm Nigerian, my friend.
you was British at the beginning of the show.
Bro. How you change nationalities like that?
Hey, it's necessary.
Can you imagine?
It's necessary.
You're a British fight for social housing and start the show.
Oh,
Now you're trying to
Esther.
tap into
and
mine.
man, you've got Angola at 5.
Thank you.
And then Congo got Guinea at 8 o'clock. So we could
Oh, we can beat Guinea.
okay.
Who's we?
Congo.
Did you say someone else got Congo? Who's got Congo?
Guinea.
Yeah, what? You Guinean today?
Congo.
I think you we. God, you're United Nations, you know. Crazy.
All right then. Yesterday there was a few games. West Ham drew 1-1 with Bournemouth. I heard Calvin Phillips gave away a goal in his debut. He's on loan at West Ham now from City. And United snatched the victory at the depth. Well, did they snatch it at the depths? Well, yeah, they kind of did because they was in control. Then they gave it away towards the end. Then man equalised. Then Kobbie Mainoo slapped the winner at the end. So yeah, we'll tell you about that. Kobbie Mainoo scored a sensational 97th minute winner for Manchester United after Wolves themselves had levelled in stoppage time in a stunning 4-3 game at Molineux. Marcus Rashford restored to the team, opened the scoring, and Rasmus Højlund doubled the lead before the break with United dominant, but the drama had barely begun.
Pablo Sarabia pulled one back from the spot before another substitute, Scott McTominay, restored the 2-goal advantage. Max Kilman's late goal offered Wolves hope, and Pedro Neto thought he had secured a point before Mainoo's magnificent winner. It was a breathless contest to ultimately delight the visited Manchester United support, although even the crestfallen home team were applauded from the pitch. Wolves had not lost at home since being beaten by Liverpool in September and could have moved above United with victory. Instead, they remain 11th in the table, while Ten Hag's team are up to 7th. Did you see Kobbie's goal?
No.
Mainoo scored a nice goal, you know. It wasn't even that it was just a winner. It was a nice goal. If he carries on, he might force his way into that England squad.
Yeah?
Trust me, Rice, Mainoo and Bellingham might be the future.
Serious.
Well, yeah, they know Rice is there. You know Bellingham's there. The third one's a bit shaky. Who's it? Henderson. Can't be Calvin Phillips. He don't play. Henderson's not playing. I don't even know where you go. I don't even know where you look. You get me? So there's potential there. You never know. We'll see. Oh, this was big news the other day that Mercedes confirmed that Lewis Hamilton, 7-time F1 world champion, he's activated his release clause and he is leaving the team. So Mercedes revealed Lewis Hamilton activated his release clause to leave the team to move to Ferrari for the 2025 F1 season. Ferrari confirmed on Thursday evening that 7-time world champion Hamilton has joined the team on a multi-year deal from next season. The Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team and Lewis Hamilton will part ways at the end of the 2024 season, read a Mercedes statement. Lewis has activated a release option in the contract announced last August, and this season will therefore be his last driving for the Silver Arrows. Hamilton added, "I have had an amazing 11 years with the team, and I'm so proud of what we have achieved together. Mercedes has been part of my life since I was 13 years old. It's a place where I have grown up, so making the decision to leave was one of the hardest decisions I ever had to make. But the time is right for me to take this step, and I'm excited to be taking on a new challenge." And our last headline is Dan Aziz faces off with Joshua Buatsi ahead of the light heavyweight collision. Now, Dan Aziz and Joshua Buatsi have faced off ahead of their light heavyweight collision this Saturday at the OVO Arena, Wembley, live on Sky Sports. Aziz has risen through the boxing's small hall circuit to win national and continental championships. But now he will take on an old friend and former sparring partner in Buatsi to win the right to challenge for a world title. Just standing here outside the OVO Arena is just bringing memories of when I won the British title. We're literally days away and I can't wait, Aziz told Sky Sports News. These are the kinds of nights I dream about. I didn't turn pro thinking I want to make loads of money. I wanted to write a legacy. I wanted to achieve something. I wanted to prove myself. There you go.
Babe, so sweet.
Like that. Who's your money on?
I want Dan to win, you know. I definitely want him to win, man. It's gonna be tough.
Whose speech you just read out?
Dan's.
Dan Aziz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me, were you moved by that? Those are for the guys I'm rooting for him.
You know, it's actually a Nigeria versus Ghana fight, you know.
So you're torn. It's a tough night for you.
Yeah, I guess on paper the more skillful fighter, the more experienced is definitely Buatsi, innit?
Yeah.
But his last, I think he's only fought like one fight in the last 2 years. So ring rust is there, potentially. Also, I think he's got a lot to prove, man. And he seems super focused. You know what I'm saying? Like in the gloves are off thingy and the other interviews I've seen with him. Do you see that thingy with Castillo?
No.
It was good. That was good, man. Big up Castillo, man. But yeah, he seems super focused. You know what I'm saying? But Dan Aziz, like every single hurdle that's been put in front of him, he's conquered, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's got the momentum. So I don't know, man. It's tough. I want Dan to do it though. That's for definite. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
I told you, I think my heart wants Dan to win just for the story. So he can scream at Adrian in the middle of the ring. That's like a Rocky Balboa thing. Adrian! But I think Buatsi's better than him, innit?
Doesn't it depend on the game plan though?
Yeah, everyone's got a plan to get punched in the face though.
Because I think if Dan just like smothers him from round 1, then it's going to be a long night for Joshua Buatsi. And I'm not too sure if the momentum will be able to see him through. You know what I'm saying?
They both got decent chins on them,
Yeah,
so they might
100%.
not get stopped. And if it was going to go down to points and it was going to be just down to the art of boxing, Buatsi's got the advantage.
I see someone getting stopped, you know?
Do you?
Yeah. Because I feel like they've got a lot of... Like, if Buatsi, for lack of a better term, like, makes it a boring fight and just boxes, then, you know what I mean? Like, no one's going to get stopped. But I don't think Dan's going to allow him to do that. Dan knows what's at stake. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the rivalry... They've got a rivalry and they're 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're kind of getting up in age sort of thing, right? And it's an opportunity, man. Like, whoever wins this potentially could be fighting Bivol or Bertabiev. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, them type of guys are crazy. Or you can get another fight with bloody with Anthony Yard. A huge fight in the UK. Even with Callum Smith.
I want to go, man.
You're going to miss out, man.
Yes.
But yeah, it's going to be sick, man. It's going to be sick. Can't wait.
Yeah, I definitely want to go. I have to find something to put my youth tomorrow. What the fuck is this? But yeah, man, big fight night. That's on Sky Sports. I'm not even sure what time the ring walk is, but 8 o'clock maybe.
I'm not too
No,
sure.
that wouldn't be the main event.
No,
Probably like 10 or
probably
something.
like 10, 10:30.
So we'll take that in. We'll get into that one, and that is the end of our sports news, man. Let's get into Donna here. You gonna play the video?
Which one?
There's only one.
The 2 on my document.
No, we done that one yesterday, the top one. Concentrate. The top one's the proposal to the audio thing.
Oh, okay.
Start walking barefoot, and one of our followers had a great idea. Since some businesses don't want us being completely barefoot, if we cut off the bottom of our shoes, it'll allow us to be barefoot but blend in with everyone else. This is a huge commitment, but we were willing to make it. These are our favorite shoes. Our shoe collection is worth more than $20,000, but this is a sacrifice we're willing to take because walking barefoot means the world to us. The benefits of walking barefoot are priceless, and now our shoes are worth more than money could ever be. So today we got to work and started removing the bottoms. We weren't sure if this was going to be easy or hard, and it ended up being pretty easy. We made little shelves where our toes are and our heels are. We made a little lip on the bottom of the shoe where our toenails will go so they can latch on, so we'll actually be able to hold on to the shoe while trying to walk without the bottom. And we did the same thing for our heels. The experience of cutting off the bottoms of our shoes was very freeing and detoxifying, just like walking barefoot is. So after we cut the bottoms off, we decided to try it out. So we went to our favorite store, Sephora, and as you know, they don't really like us in here without shoes. I needed to grab a few things for a trip we're going on. The experience was absolutely perfect. The workers came up to us, they talked to us, they even complimented our shoes. I definitely recommend this if you're trying to go incognito barefoot. It's the perfect way to get all the benefits of going barefoot, but also have no one know. My husband and I have removed the bottoms of all of our shoes. We decided.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking about this. Go into the outro.
No. Do you know what? What's the benefits of walking barefoot?
I'm not speaking. I don't want to speak about this.
Also, I need them to go and do this in Nigeria.
I'm telling you.
Let me see how much benefits you come up with. If it's not a new foot.
All right, Brent. Ask Bard the benefits of walking barefoot, please.
Remember, Saleh told you.
I can't remember.
You connect to the earth.
Gout.
What?
You got what?
It's all part of the healing and regenerative process.
Is it just
Electricity and grounding. That's it.
Grounding.
Grounding.
Well, does that work even on like pavements and stuff? Or you meant to go into like the...
That's
Told
Saleh,
you.
so I'm gonna scream.
Told you. This
It's
is
not Saleh.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
He's done the same to his shoes.
Serious?
Hello.
Morning,
Yes,
barefoot
Saleh.
king. What's up?
Barefoot bandit.
Barefoot bandit. Are you barefoot right
How's
now?
everyone to?
I sound like a foot fetish
Oh,
lover.
I'm in bed. I've been ill for the past 3 days. I've been bedridden. So yes,
Oh,
I'm
no.
barefoot. But
Feel better.
yeah, no. This is the first day that I'm actually feeling like back to myself, which is why I tuned in.
That's what we ever heard from you.
It's been Yeah, exactly. That's why. So you had a little break. Don't worry. I'll
Much
be
stronger. The boomerang.
back and back. But you see the barefoot thing, like I'm pretty sure she might have shared a documentary about grounding I did in the community a long time ago.
Yes.
And being barefoot is actually really, really, really good. And there have been it has been actually proven that people who are in wheelchairs, and like after a long time of being in wheelchairs and not actually using your feet, like people get inflammation in ankles and they swell up and stuff. And literally just 1 or 2 sessions of ground themselves into the earth, the inflammation completely disappears. And you actually go and check this, and it's even in that country that I shared in the community quite a while back. So it does look a bit weird. It only looks a bit weird because of the lens that that's it from, which is this like Western, like forward. Well, we think we're forward thinking, but really and truly, most of the things that we do are aging ourselves. Because, like, okay, think about it like this. Okay, we have AirPods, mobile phone devices that are even charged wirelessly. There's so many electrons that are moving through the air around us constantly, and those literally on a molecular level our bodies are charged with electrons. And when you don't connect with the earth, like I'm sure if you understand how electricity works, so especially in this country, all countries you have 3 prongs or sockets. The top one is an earthing, it's basically an earthing wire. And it takes, the purpose of that is if there's any extra charge in the appliance, so let's say there's an extra charge in your television screen, if you were to touch it with your hand, you would get electrocuted. But because of the earthing wire, it takes that charge into the ground outside. And then now it's safe to touch. Now, imagine that with your own bodies as well. Brains, your hands, everything with this positive charge, not releasing them because we never touch the earth. So, yeah, the ground is very important, and the holes in their shoes, it looks a bit funny, but they know exactly what they're doing. It's like it helps with so many health conditions because the positive charge on electrons into inflammation, and inflammation is 90% of the disease. Well, it doesn't, but it fuels 90% of the diseases that humans.
Yeah. Do you obviously I'm not going to keep
electrons in your body,
okay.
Then you're going to reach the diseases you can suffer from.
Sally, obviously we have to wrap up in a minute, but I do want to ask you a question. Yeah. Do you see it like almost like how paracetamol could be a good thing, but obviously you just wouldn't take paracetamol every day for no reason? Is this something that we can benefit from?
Paracetamol is not a good thing.
Okay.
Not in general.
Yeah, but what I mean is just something that can help every now and again, right? Rather than actually being a lifestyle.
No. God, when he put us on this planet, he never put us on this planet to be wearing plastic shoes. Like, we are supposed to be in touch with the earth. Every other animal there is in touch with the earth. They're like, and not even just that, but it's only recently that we started wearing plastic sole shoes because they were so much cheaper. But before, shoes used to be made out of leather, and leather conducts electricity. So, like, if we were wearing leather shoes, it'd be fine. But the problem is plastic. Like, when a electrician is going to go to a job, he wears gum, like rubber sole shoes. None of us are electricians, and we're not touching. We're not trying to stop us from being electrocuted on a daily basis. So, I ground myself every day, but actually I stretch in my garden. Well, I haven't for like 3 days because I've been ill. But grounding is very important, and the longer you can be grounded every single day, better it is for you. Yeah, and it's definitely not, you wait until you're sick and then you try and like unload your It's prevention is always better than cure. Don't wait until now your doctor is telling you you've got this problem. Just sort it out, and live on the planet God intended us to.
Yeah.
This is that, really.
All right. Hey, man. Thank you for that, Sally, man.
But I would highly recommend. I'm going to go in the community again now and repost that video on the grounding. Like anyone actually interested, even if you're not interested, even if you think I'm chatting shit, just watch it, then make up your mind, because it sounds crazy, and especially looking at that video of the people cutting shoes, it looks crazy and they look stupid, but when you know that, like, educate yourself and then you understand.
Wait, Sally, so you walk around the streets like barefoot?
No, I don't. No.
Where do you do your barefootness?
So my morning routine, and then in the morning I stretch like 10-15 minutes in the garden.
So you're walking barefoot on your carpet?
In the garden.
In the garden. For how long?
Yeah.
10 minutes in the morning. So basically, just wake
10,
up.
15.
Everybody's barefoot for the first 10 minutes in the morning.
No,
what the fuck is talking about?
It needs to be.
But for garden, this is what I'm saying.
On the earth. How long do you do that for? 10
in
minutes?
the grass. Yeah, 10, 15 minutes, yeah.
What if it's been raining?
Even better.
In fact, it's better if it's raining, because water speeds up the pass on of electrons.
All right, let's get into that.
And
No, wait. How long have you been doing this? How long have you been doing this for, though?
Done.
It's been about a year now.
Have you actually felt any benefits?
Hope this nigga gets electric shock.
This is not pseudoscience.
Yes.
This is.
Yes, no, but even I'll even try and get a clip off that document. The results are spectacular, and no drug that these people that have been in wheelchairs for years and years, they prescribe so many drugs to reduce the inflammation in their hands and all this stuff. No other drug out there has given them the results that grounding, literally just touching the earth, has given them. It's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe, drop in the community, because I can't move past the fact that you're telling me this is great, but you're in your sick bed. But I hear you.
Well, yeah, everyone gets sick from time to time.
Yeah, but if I'm doing things like this, I shouldn't get sick. I shouldn't.
I'm going to send it again in the documentary. Okay. And
All right, thank you, Saleh.
On Monday, we're gonna have Discord up and running. So save the clip.
Save it for Discord.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Saleh. Get better soon.
Thank you.
Right,
have a fantastic day.
And you too, darling.
Take care.
Essentially, he's also saying if it is you don't want to basically walk around barefoot or cut out the soles of your shoes, just buy leather shoes.
You make uses in leather.
Get into that for man. I'm getting fucking off it, man.
That's because you've never grounded yourself. Yeah, man.
What's a grounding mat?
Matt, so it creates electricity I need.
Do you use it barefoot?
And I have to put my barefoot on it.
So it gives you electricity. You get shocks.
You give it an extra shock.
When I put my foot in it, you can feel as though, all right. You know when it goes.
Is that what you're saying when you came up with the new black? Does it give you good ideas?
You do realize I've never popped down.
You have never. I wouldn't live the life you're living. You haven't actually. I've never known Brent to sick.
I watched that. Sorry, caller. I watched that particular thing that he put in the community, and then I did my own research.
When you get sick, you just don't.
It's going. Go on.
That was it.
That was it.
What do you mean I sat there with COVID?
Yeah, COVID.
Because I was saying about you.
When did I ever tell you I had COVID?
Didn't tell, man.
I said I probably have a hero.
Electrifying Matt. Morning, caller.
Morning, everyone. First things first, I just wanted to big up you, man. Lovely show, man. Been listening for.
Thank you, man.
Who are you speaking to?
Individually, as host of your team, man, you're very different to the show. I just want you lot to know this. It's really good. Yeah, I'm up as a barefoot, a previous barefoot, man. Long story short, I went uni with a barefoot every day. Snow, rain, hail, sleet, everything. Couldn't believe it.
I think it's
I had a conversation with him one day. You're telling me the same thing. Never caught a cold in his life. You know what I mean? So there's truth to all of this grounding, all that kind of stuff. It's really true, man. It's real. It's real.
Thank you very much.
Man said give testimony. Man said I knew a man that never wore shoes once and I ain't never seen him sick. That's cold.
Well, we asked for examples, right?
No, that's facts.
We're getting it. We are getting it.
Huh?
Who is
someone else?
Who are we speaking to, please?
No, he's finished. He
I
wanted-
know,
he
man, I
wanted
ain't
to
never
big us
seen-
up and he wanted to basically say, yeah, Saleh's right.
Oh, it's
I
locked
know.
off.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't say bye.
But that's what he really wanted to say to me. I like those calls, right?
I like this
the point.
So it's the point.
I know a man who don't wear jumpers,
Don't
and
do that.
I ain't never seen him. I ain't never seen him cold.
Oh, Brent.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He lives in Jamaica. Yeah?
You are not good at this shit, you know. You ask for examples, you've been giving examples. Anyway, big up all the callers today, man. Big up all of you guys. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in, as always. Big up our researchers. You're greatly appreciated. Also, big up Brent's, the new editor, man. He's the one who dropped the clip
Yes.
about Mark's Jamaica trip.
He said I
up
could
him
say
as
his name.
well. What's his name?
Babiel.
Babiel. Okay, that's a nice name. Big up Babiel.
Barbie.
Babiel.
Could be Babiel or Babiel. He's from the Netherlands.
Babiel's
Now-
giving more.
now
Is
lives
one
in-
word? Are you saying Barbie and then L?
No, Babiel.
Babiel.
It's one word.
Oh,
One word.
Babiel.
He listens every single day,
Big
tunes
up
in
him.
every single day. Sometimes you can see him in the chat and whatnot. But he's a handsome guy, by the way. And he goes out there. If you ever see him pop up, no, he's a good one. He's a good one.
Is your type?
My type? As in handsome?
I'm just asking the question.
I have no problem with my masculinity.
Why haven't you answered it?
None whatsoever. I can look at you and say you're a
Why
handsome mother
haven't you
ever.
answered
I can
the
look at
question
man
yet
and
then?
say that he's a good mother ever. No, he's not my type. I like women. Take it.
So childish, man.
I'm partial to women.
But no, okay. Big up Babiel. Big up him though. Really great clip. Great clip. Also, please follow us on social media platforms. The day after TNB. When you guys see clips and you're in the comments and you're laughing and doing all that great stuff, please post it to your story, sharing your story.
Yeah, just
a little like. Don't even have to do a caption. No words. Just drop it on there. That'd be great.
do what Mags does it.
Okay. If you want to send your dilemmas in, also number to call. The number is 075 6484 1073. Also, if you want to inquire about the show or feature on the show, our email address is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Everybody have a great weekend, all right? Be wholesome, be great, stay safe. You're laughing.
No, it's like they're correcting you on his name.
How do you pronounce it?
But do they know his name?
I was, okay.
This is what I don't
Lest I speak. They'll say I lack accountability. But how do you know before you're correcting people? Maybe they know him, maybe that's their friend.
Because they're talking about like Ryan Babel. Like it's not Ryan Babel though. It could be somebody. It could be Babiel.
But it is.
You know what I'm saying?
And when I was on the Zoom with him, I asked him, how do you pronounce your name? And I think he said Babiel. But because of his accent, again, it's a nice accent, ladies. I'm letting you know right there. It might be a Von competitor, you know. Obviously, Von's up there. I don't know if Von was here when we were talking about him in a nice way.
Von rewinded. That was it, sir.
All right, Monday,
See ya.
Discord.
Bye.
Monday, Discord.
He said Brent said he said it right. Is that him in the group? How do you know?
Hold up, let me see if it's him.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's him. The squiggly thing.
What do you mean?
Like that. It looks like a...
Oh.
Yeah, like a character. ASCII, that's it.
Oh, I like this. It's very incognito.
That's the fella. Yeah, and he's real quiet. Like, he keeps
There you
himself
go.
and stuff.
Love a quiet man.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Ed, correct him, please.
I can't even see it come.
Tell him what his name is.
Oh, you retracted the
Oh,
message.
you changed it now, yeah? Oh, man.
Anyway, we love you guys. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. See you Monday. Bye.
Peace.